also started at this point of time, viewers. So again, these back-to-back updates coming in at this point of time where the crash has happened in the hilly region of Arunachal Pradesh, viewers. So this is a top story we're tracking for you right now, where we know a chopper has crashed. Still waiting for more details to come in on this developing story. Now remember that in the past also Indian Navy choppers have made emergency landings. But right now we know that this army chopper has crashed. Let's go across to Aniruddha joining us on the phone line. Aniruddha, we know that this chopper has crashed, and we will connect back to Aniruddha in just a short while. So Aniruddha will tell us a little bit more about what really happened and what could be the reason behind the crash. Let's go across to Niranjan, who's joining us on the phone line. Niranjan, just take us through exactly what we know so far about this army chopper which has crashed in Arunachal Pradesh.
Well, what we are hearing as of now, and this is completely going by the reports that we have, there is no official statement from the Indian Army yet. It was an Army aviation chopper, is what we're given to understand. And we are hearing as of this minute that this crash took place very close to the Dirang area. This is an Indian Army Cheetah helicopter that has crashed near the Mandala Hills area of Arunachal Pradesh. And this search operation, we are told, is on for the pilot. And as we speak, there is no official confirmation. These are army sources who are speaking, but nothing on record. So we are waiting for an official word from the army before we, confirm any news. We don't have much details as of this minute. What we can tell you is it was an Indian Army aviation chopper. And the chopper crashed near Dirang in Arunachal Pradesh in the Mandala Hills, what is called the Mandala Hills. And this is what we know as of this minute. We're waiting for more details. And we believe that there were two pilots on board, and the search operation is on for the pilots. Some reports suggesting that the chopper crashed this morning. We don't have the full details of that, but we are told that the chopper crashed this morning at around, or rather post 9 a.m. So these are the details available with us, and we should be able to get some more information in a short while from now. The topography of the area is if you can take the surface device, you will get an idea. Completely a dense forest area with a wildlife sanctuary around it. This is an area which may be a little difficult for the forces to sort of launch a search and rescue operation and try and locate the pilots. But that operation, we are told, has been on since morning. We're waiting for some official word from the army so that we can confirm to you. But as of this minute, no official word yet from the army. But this is a crash that happened this morning. It was once again a Navy aviation chopper, a Cheetah helicopter that is reportedly crashed in Arunachal Pradesh near Dirang.
All right, so Niranjan, they're getting us the details of this chopper crash which has been reported in Arunachal Pradesh. It was around 9:15 a.m. We're given to understand that the chopper lost contact with the ATC. It is also reported to have the chopper seems to have crashed near the Mandala area west of Mandala in Arunachal Pradesh. Search parties have been launched. An Army Aviation Cheetah helicopter flying at an operational sortie near Mandala area in Arunachal Pradesh was reported to have lost contact with the ATC at around 9:15 a.m. So we are yet to get an official statement as to who was on board, but we're given to understand that the search operations have been launched for the pilots as well. So it's a Cheetah helicopter that crashed earlier this morning. The timing that we understand in this case seems to be at around 9:15 a.m. when the chopper lost contact with the ATC. Let's go back to Niranjan for more details. Niranjan, once again, if you can take us through the details of this chopper crash which happened at around 9:15 a.m. when we understand that the chopper lost contact with the ATC. And more details that are just coming in at the crash site has been is Dirang area of Arunachal Pradesh. That's of course the latest coming in. The location being Dirang in this area, the search operations have been launched to find the pilot, the co-pilot. It lost contact with the ATC near Bomdila area of Arunachal Pradesh at around 9:15 a.m. The crash near Mandala Hills of Arunachal Pradesh. So it's an Army Cheetah chopper that crashed. We are yet to get more details. Let's quickly take a word from Major General SP Sena. Also, Major General, unfortunate news that is just coming in of this chopper crash which has happened. If you can help us understand better the topography of this area, could it be the inclement weather which probably resulted in this crash of the Army chopper?
Yes, flying in this area is very, very troublesome, I can tell you. I've served in that area, and there are difficulties like inclement weather, then mountainous terrain, at times poor visibility, at times sudden appearance of clouds, and the helicopter getting into clouds. And so these crash can occur because of many reasons. A, technical failure. Second, pilot error. Thirdly is sabotage. We remember the case of Chief General Rawat. It is my belief that it was a case of sabotage by Chinese. So you see, when the navigation system gets neutralized, then the helicopter is not able to perform to its optimum, and that is where the problem starts. So I think it is too early to say anything. Only the court of inquiry will pinpoint what happened. But I do not know what is the report on physical safety and well-being of Army Chief. That's a very important factor.
Yes.
Because that is a worrisome point. That's a very worrisome point. But the fact that the pilot lost contact, that means some sabotage has taken place, and the communication system, command and control system have been sabotaged. And this is only possible by China. And the hand of China cannot be ruled out. So I think we'll have to wait for some time till the fog clears and we are able to know the extent of damage that has befallen. And I think it's a serious matter. And another thing I would like to point out that somehow I feel that the quality of our helicopters in Indian Army, they need relook. We have to enhance the quality. I remember Cheetah are no good, and still we are continuing. They are like flying coffins. So other helicopters also need to be upgraded. Even if it's to go for the buy option, export, we should do it immediately. And especially for VVIPs like Army Chief and Army commanders, corps commanders. It has to be 100% safety oriented. We cannot play around with a lot of difficulty. Officers are trained and when they reach the level of Army Chief or Army Commander or Corps Commander, they are a very talented lot. Losing them is a big blow.
General, just stay with us. Let's quickly read out the details that are just coming in of a statement that has also been put out by the Lieutenant Colonel Mahindra Rawat, PRO Defence, Guwahati, where he has said that an Army Aviation Cheetah helicopter flying at an operational sortie near Bomdila area of Arunachal Pradesh was reported to have lost contact with the ATC at around 9:15 a.m. this morning. It is reported to have crashed near Mandala area west of Bomdila in Arunachal Pradesh. The search operation has been launched to find those who are missing. In fact, China border is very, very far from this place, we're given to understand. But just to take our viewers to the latest that's coming in, we understand that the chopper lost contact with the ATC at around 9:15 a.m. this morning. The exact location of this crash is said to be Mandala area west of Bomdila in Arunachal Pradesh. All right, tracking closely all those updates that would come in on this Army chopper crash which happened in Arunachal Pradesh. But moving on, talking about the farmers' protest which have been happening from Nashik to Mumbai. Latest update coming in that the farmers would be meeting the Deputy Chief Minister and Chief Minister Eknath Shinde today.
Massive protest has been called by the farmers of Maharashtra, and in fact a long march is being carried from Nashik towards Mumbai, and in fact today is the 5th day of this very protest. As you can see, the 5th day of the protest, and in fact this protest is gonna move from Shahpur to Mumbai. And in fact yesterday Dada Bhuse, the cabinet minister, and Atul Save from the Maharashtra cabinet in fact had met the farmer leaders out here, and after meeting them, a meeting is in fact is being scheduled with the farmer delegation in Mumbai today at around 3 p.m. We'll speak to the women farmers in fact who have joined out here and will get their reaction. आज जो है आप लोगों का शिष्टमंडल मुख्यमंत्री से उप मुख्यमंत्री से मुलाकात करेगा, क्या कुछ उम्मीदें हैं?
उम्मीद तो बहुत सारी है कि हमारी सरकार ने, हमारी ही सरकार है वो, हमारी सरकार ने किसानों का ये जो दर्द है वो समझना चाहिए और जल्दी से जल्दी सारी मांगे किसानों की पूरी की जाए। जो हम आदिवासियों की वन जमीन है वो हमें मिलनी चाहिए, वो हमें मिल नहीं रही है। अगर वो आदिवासियों की जमीन मिलेगी नहीं तो वो क्या पकाएगा, खेती क्या करेगा और क्या खाएगा। और हमारी दूसरी मांग है प्याज के जो हमी भाव है वो उसे अच्छा मिलना चाहिए, ताकि जो आज देख रहे होंगे आप किसान ट्रक से ट्रक जो अपने वेजिटेबल्स है वो ऐसे रास्ते में फेंक रहा है।
One of the women out here who is in fact in the protest will get some more reaction. आपको लगता है कि सरकार आपकी बात सुने?
हमको योग्य दाम देना चाहिए और कांदा है और पेंशन हमको अच्छे से देनी चाहिए, ऐसी है हमारी मांग।
So you just heard the reactions out here from this very protest. The women's have in fact joined in large numbers, as I would request my video journalist Samir Shelke to roll the camera and show. It is around 15 to 20,000 of farmers who are in fact on their toes.
Alright, moving on to more news break coming in. This one of Farooq Abdullah, the former JNK Chief Minister, who along with the party leaders including Congress, CPI, CPIM as well as the PDP held a meet with the Election Commission of India and demanded elections to be held in JNK. Of course, the statement that has also come in from Farooq Abdullah, where he said that all the parties have agreed on issues of restoration of statehood in JNK and assembly elections that should be held. We all are ready to visit Srinagar to share the pain of people of JNK and give them assurance as well. So that's the latest coming in. The parties coming together demanding restoration of statehood in JNK and demanding elections to be held at the earliest. Let's go across to Gursimran as well, who's joining us with the news break. Gursimran, once again, if you can take us through the finer details as to what exactly was discussed in this meet that was held with the ECI.
See, there is two set of meetings that are scheduled. First meeting was with the political parties, that is opposition political parties, and JNK opposition delegation that was led by Farooq Abdullah, including the representative from the People's Democratic Party, Congress, Shiv Sena and other political parties in Jammu and Kashmir. They have met the political parties, the opposition political parties, including the leaders, including Sanjay Singh, Sitaram Yechuri and other RJD and other party leaders that have met the JNK delegations. And the JNK delegation have shared with them that the people in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir are suffering. This is what the opposition parties have claimed, and they said that there is an immediate need to hold the elections in Jammu and Kashmir post-restoration. So the first demand remains to be the restoration of statehood, followed by the immediate assembly elections in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. What the opposition parties are saying that Jammu and Kashmir is being kept away from the democratic structure and there is no elected representative in Jammu and Kashmir, and that's why the people of Jammu and Kashmir are suffering. They are also scheduled to meet the Election Commission of India. In the meeting, they will take up the issue when it comes to the holding the elections in Jammu and Kashmir. That remains the prime focus. Apart from that, Farooq Abdullah, during the all-party meeting that was held a couple of days back at his residence in Jammu, has said that we will also be taking up the issues of the scams that are taking place in the recruitment in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir with the leaders of the opposition parties in the national capital, and will also be storming into inside the parliament with the issues of Jammu and Kashmir. So this meeting, this two set of meetings, first with the opposition leaders and then with the Election Commission of India, has the two-point agenda mainly. First is the issues of the people of Jammu and Kashmir as per the political parties, and second is holding the elections in Jammu and Kashmir on priority.
All right, Gursimran, thank you for taking us through those details. So that's, of course, the latest that's coming in. Farooq Abdullah, along with leaders of parties, including the CPIM, PDP, and the Congress, holding a meet with the chief, with the Election Commission of India, demanding restoration of statehood in J&K and saying that elections should be held in J&K at the earliest. We slip into a very short break for now, but on the other side, we'll get you all the latest that's making news. In fact, remember, Rahul Gandhi, who's there in the parliament session, of course, having resumed, remains to be seen whether Rahul Gandhi would tender an apology for the remarks he made in UK and how would he justify the kind of statements he'd earlier made. We slip into a very short break, but we'll get you all the latest on the other side. And trouble mounts for Kejriwal's deputy as after liquor gate, Sisodia now booked in snooping gate. And in dock for liquor gate, Kavita skips ED summons, cites breach of privacy by the ED.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
अच्छा अनूप जी एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? बोली दाल चावल। सोचने का गौरव भाई हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्किल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए और वो दिन और आज का दिन है।
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If you look at the history of this scam, there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
Alright, let's get you news from poll-bound state Karnataka, where the Congress and the pro-Kannada organizations have been staging a protest over the toll tax that's levied on the Bengaluru-Mysuru highway. In fact, today, JDS workers also gathered in large numbers to protest over the toll tax that's levied on that expressway from Bengaluru to Mysuru. Take a look at this report.
So some dramatic scenes that are being visualized as well. So if you could just, go that side and clearly go on and get a clear view. He's being detained by the cops and he's being taken away as well. So this is some massive drama that is breaking out here on our screens on the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway toll plaza, where even the police are finding it to be a very Herculean task to go out and clear out the protesters as well, because all this while it was only a sitting protest that we were noticing. But now we are looking at more ruckus breaking out. Many more JDS workers are being taken off, even as this van is leaving here. And right now, these are live visuals from the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway, where Nikhil is being taken away, and all the protesters are being detained as well. All the JDS protesters being detained here too. So these are visuals where more and more number of people are being taken away, and all the JDS workers are protesting and stating that no matter what, we will not leave this, we will not rest until there is a permanent solution.
And coming up on the other side, demand for an apology from Rahul Gandhi grows louder. Logjam in Parliament for the 4th day straight.
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If we look at the history of this scam, is where there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी, दूसरा हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है। फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए, राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा था। तो इसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ रकम रखनी थी, एक भी रख सकते हैं, 2 रुपए, 10 रुपए, 5 रुपए लगा कि हाँ एक ऐसी चीज है जो आदमी स्वाभिमान के साथ में देता है। और 5 रुपए जब देता है तो उसके चेहरे का सेटिस्फेक्शन देखिए साहब, जिससे भूख लगती है वो आता है, पूरा खाना खा के जाता है।
चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई, विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर डिमांड इन लोगों की है। इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी
And news in brief from across the globe, a massive clash broke out in Naples on Wednesday ahead of Napoli's Champions League last 16 second leg against Frankfurt as supporters set a police car on fire and threw stones at buses in the city centre in Naples. And in news from Colombia, where at least 11 people have been killed in a coal mine explosion in central Colombia, the governor of the province said that rescue workers raced to save 10 other miners who were trapped underground. We slip into a very short break for now, but getting you on the other side details of Nobel panel member who's lauded Prime Minister Modi.
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी, दूसरा हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है। फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए, राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा था। तो इसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ रकम रखनी थी, एक भी रख सकते हैं, 2 रुपए, 10 रुपए, 5 रुपए लगा कि हाँ एक ऐसी चीज है जो आदमी स्वाभिमान के साथ में देता है। और 5 रुपए जब देता है तो उसके चेहरे का सेटिस्फेक्शन देखिए साहब, जिससे भूख लगती है वो आता है, पूरा खाना खा के जाता है।
चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई, विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर डिमांड इन लोगों की है। इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां हैं। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनुप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है? इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है? ये मैं नहीं समझ पाया।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं।
देसी घी का खाना?
देसी घी का होता है, चौका वगैरह सब देसी घी। दूसरा रोटी भी होती है, रसगुल्ला भी है, पेड़ा भी है, फ्रूट्स हैं, बच्चों के लिए मंच है, टॉफीज हैं, बिस्किट्स हैं। इनमें से कोई एक चीज आप ले सकते हैं, चॉइसेस है। एक आदमी जो वहां आ रहा है वो नीडी होना चाहिए, ग्रीडी नहीं होना चाहिए। ये तो हम इतनी सारी चीजें दे रहे हैं, ये मैं नहीं दे रहा हूं। किसी ने अपना जन्मदिन मनाना, उसने कहा रसगुल्ले मेरी तरफ से हो गए, किसी ने कहा पेड़ा मेरी तरफ से हो गया। आज बहुत लोग मेरे साथ जुड़ गए। मैं बताता हूं, देने वालों की बहुत लंबी लाइन है, लेने वाले हैं कहां?
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached exactly at the main gate of the Imran Khan's residence, and in doing so they have to resorted to use water cannon and shelling of tear gas as well, because police was not resorted to use the baton and other things.
Viewers, we're live and breaking this Thursday afternoon. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. Now, we just got some news a short while back that an army chopper has crashed in Arunachal. Now, what we know so far is that the crash happened in the morning around 9:15. We're still waiting for more details to come in. The chopper was flying at an operational sortie. It lost contact with the air traffic control around 9:15. It has crashed near Mandala. The search parties have been sent to the spot. So we're still waiting for more details to come. Now you can clearly see that that is also a representational image of the chopper which has crashed. That's the image right over there. Now what we know so far that the search operations are on. Now these search operations, these rescue operations are on to locate the pilots. That's what we know so far, viewers. And the chopper was flying at an operational sortie. It lost contact with the air traffic control around 9:15 a.m. That's what we know so far. Now, this crash has happened in the hilly region of Arunachal Pradesh. That's one of the details we're getting for you right now. And it's a Cheetah helicopter of the Indian Army which has crashed near Mandala in Arunachal Pradesh. A defense spokesperson has confirmed this news. Now, what we know so far, viewers, is that the Indian Army chopper, which has crashed, for this, the search and rescue operations have already begun, and the entire effort right now is on. The entire effort is right now on to find the pilot, to search the area, to go to the spot. So right now, the search parties have been sent to the spot. We are still waiting for more details to coming in on the story, but the search operations are underway as we speak. We are getting these back-to-back updates coming in right now on India's #1 news channel. We're also getting more details that image that you see is of it's a representational image of the chopper which has crashed. Now, I just want to go across to Aniruddha, who's joining us on the phone line. Aniruddha, now we are still waiting for more details to come in. Now, what we know so far, this search operation has been launched. Search parties have been sent to the spot to look for more details, to look for more pilots. Can you just take us through exactly any progress has been made to find the pilots of this chopper?
Yes, exactly at 9:15 a.m. to be very precise. It was at that point in time when the chopper lost connection with the air traffic control, and thereafter alert was raised, and subsequently it was reported that some local people have seen a chopper crashing near the Mandala Hills in Dirang area in the Bomdila district of Arunachal Pradesh, and teams have been dispatched towards the location. We have confirmation also from the SP of the district who has confirmed this incident and have informed that such parties have been moved towards the location where this crash has taken place. We are getting to know that 2 pilots were on board the chopper, both from the Indian Army, and it crashed at the Mandala Hills near Dirang when it was on a regular operational sortie. This is the latest information that is coming in as of now, Sivangi. And yes, Army has also confirmed the incident and have informed that search parties have been moved towards the crash site. But the local sources have also informed that even though the aerial distance to this location is not very far, it will take considerable amount of time because only on foot and by tracks this rescue operation, the rescue teams are marching towards the locations where the crash have taken place. We are also getting to know that local resources have been is being utilized by the Indian Army and the teams of SDRF and NDRF have been mobilized towards the location. Sivangi.
All right, thank you, Anirudh, for getting us all the details. So what Anirudh is telling us is the chopper crash in Arunachal Pradesh that happened in the morning, and we also know that the search is on right now for the missing pilots. All right, let's move ahead to the other stories we're tracking here on Republic TV. Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju slammed Congress leader Rahul Gandhi over his UK remarks and said that nobody has the right to abuse or defame the country. Rijiju said that the people have rejected Rahul Gandhi and Congress, but that does not mean he should defame the country.
और इतना अनाप शनाप बातें उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में बोला, झूठ बोला पार्लियामेंट में, बेकार के बातों को पार्लियामेंट के सदन में बोला और फिर लंदन में जाके बोलता है कि उनको पार्लियामेंट में बोलना नहीं दिया जाता है। इस तरह का झूठ ये हमारा देश के लिए बहुत नुकसान होता है।
Speaking to reporters over BJP's demand that Rahul Gandhi apologizes for his UK remarks, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said that it's BJP's conspiracy to not let the parliament run and ignore their demand for a JPC probe in the Adani issue.
अभी अपोजिशन के उठते नहीं बोलने के लिए, लेकिन सरकार के लोग पहले ही उठते हंगामा, माफी मांगो, माफी मांगो। ये क्या है? क्या खुद इंस्टिगेट कर रही सरकार और दूसरों को डेमोक्रेसी जो बात सुनाती है। माफी मांगने का सवाल ही नहीं। चलो
With 3 days to go, a complete washout in Parliament, the opposition held a key meeting to strategize ahead of Parliament proceedings. Ahead of the key meet, government versus Vadra Congress face-off erupted, with Union Minister launching an unrelenting attack against Rahul and the Vadra Congress coming to the to Rahul Gandhi's defense once again. Viewers, there is a big breaking coming in right now. After Kavita said she will not appear today, we're getting some more details where ED notice to Kavita has come in. She has been asked to appear on the 20th of this month. That is right, viewers. Getting this back-to-back updates coming in right now, where we know that a new notice has been served to Kavita. Now remember, the BRS leader had skipped ED summons in the Delhi excise policy case today, and she has already approached the Supreme Court for an urgent hearing. But what we know so far, after that she has gone ahead, she has not turned up to the ED office for quizzing. What we have learned is that Kavita has been summoned once again. This time, Kavita has been summoned on March 20th. That is the new date for Kavita to appear, March 20th. That is the new date coming in, viewers. We're getting these back-to-back details which are coming in. Now, Kavita did not turn up for the new round of questioning, conveying to the probe agency that matter is still pending before the Apex Court. So we're getting these back-to-back updates coming in right now here on Republic TV, where the ED notice to MLC Kavita has been sent to appear on 20th of this month, viewers. Now she's being probed in the Delhi liquor policy case, and fresh summons have been sent to Kavita. to appear. Now let's go across to Aneri, who's joining us on the phone line. And Aneri, ED has asked Kavita to appear on March 20th. Now this coming in after K. Kavita refused to appear today in the ED office, citing that she is willing to get the investigation or the probe to answer questions on it at her residence. But ED wants her to appear once again. New date coming in. March 20th is a new date. Aneri.
So that's right, Shivangi. We have been seeing how there are a series of events which have been turning out to be this morning, as K. Kavita was to appear before the Enforcement Directorate today, but then she has sent a person with all the documents, where she has also in that letter stated that it was not really mentioned that she has to come in person and attend the questioning today at the Enforcement Directorate office in the National Capital. And now just after hours of letter that was submitted at the Enforcement Directorate to the Enforcement, now we are seeing that the ED has once again summoned K. Kavita on the 20th of March. That is 4 days later. K. Kavita has once again been summoned. So now a major question remains is that whether she will appear before the ED once again or not, because the matter is also to be heard in the Supreme Court on the 24th. And that is the reason which was cited in the letter as well, that as the matter is pending in the Supreme Court and will be heard on 24th, that is the reason she would not be able to attend. And also at the same time, now we are seeing that Enforcement Directorate has issued one more summons to K. Kavita, the daughter of Telangana Chief Minister, on the 28th of March. Well, will she be appearing before it or not also remains to be seen.
Right. And any response coming in from K. Kavita after the summons? Because earlier she said that she is not running away, but the matter is pending before the apex court. And earlier in the past, she has said again and again that I will cooperate with the ED. But today she did not turn up, Aneri. So any more reactions coming in from K. Kavita's side after the new summons?
Well, Shivangi, not yet, because we have been seeing that K. Kavita, who is in the national capital, and also at the same time, she has she did not attend the summons which was issued today, and she also had stated that being a woman, she's also ready to cooperate with the investigation. Officers can visit her residence, and also she will be able to attend the questioning through audio or video calls as well. But then the Enforcement Directorate did not agree to that, and then that is the reason why now we are seeing one more summons being issued to K. Kavita, that is for the 28th of March. But yes, definitely the face-off between the BRS and the BJP continues, whereas we see that the BRS has been saying that it is all vendetta politics which is being played out by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and to use the central agencies against the opposition parties.
Right, I'm also being joined by Mr. Reddy of the BRS, who's joining us on the phone line. Now we are seeing that Kavita has been summoned on March 28th, but she did not turn up today for the quizzing. What is the strategy right now, do you think, of K. Kavita? Because she's saying on one hand that I'm open to questioning at home. On the other hand, she's saying that the matter is pending before the top court.
See, we already made it very clear to the ED, whatever the due procedure supposed to be followed when you are asked for questioning, the ED is not following. Intentionally, they are trying to trouble her. And, as per the rules, women are not supposed to be questioned after the sunset. That was happened last time. And the phone was taken without any prior information. That is also not as per the procedure. And we have filed a case before the Supreme Court saying that, the ED is doing all these things intentionally. They are not following the due procedure that is laid out in the sections. So we have requested, because they are using all kind of wrong practices to pressurize during the questioning. So as a citizen, whatever rights we have legally, whatever we can take, the ED is not actually not ensuring that. So we have gone to the court. On the other end, Kavita ji already made it very clear. She is ready to cooperate the investigation, but the due procedure must be followed. Hence, we have sent the legal counsel of Kavita ji today.
Mr. Reddy, hold on for a second. Mr. Reddy, hold on for a second. I'm also being joined by Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP, because I would like if Mr. Rao would respond to you. Mr. Rao, could you respond to Mr. Reddy of the BRS? He is saying that the allegations against Kavita, they are being made up. So that's what the BRS has been saying. That's what K. Kavita has been saying. But at the other hand, K. Kavita is not even coming for questioning today.
No, that is not a part of legal process, right? I mean, she was actually conducting press conferences to say that she has the courage to face the law enforcement agencies because she has nothing to do with the case. Now, I don't know why she has taken the U-turn, and this cannot be a permanent solution. If she is innocent, she has to prove it through the law enforcement agencies' interrogation and cooperate, as she rightly said that she would. Now, these are band-aid tactics. It will not work for too long, not for long term. And as a party, we believe that she would change her mind and cooperate with the case all over again.
Mr. Reddy, would you like to respond to what Mr. Rao is saying right now? Because a lot of demands being made right now for K. Kavita to actually come out and speak and be questioned on the entire Delhi excise policy case, because K. Kavita has rubbished all the allegations which have been made against her. There has been a lot of, in fact, the statements from her former aide. He has said categorically that there was some communication which had happened between Kejriwal and the former Delhi Deputy CM Manish Sisodia.
See, this is a fabricated case from the day one we are seeing. This is political vendetta. They are selectively targeting the opposition leaders, particularly BRS and AAP leaders in this particular case. And there is no evidence in it. Absolutely, there is no base for the case. Even after that, the CBI questioned, we have cooperated. Last time, I think Kavita ji already once appeared before the ED, and that day they have not followed the due procedure that they are supposed to be followed. As a citizen, whatever rights we have, we can claim. Today, that's what we have actually questioned, and we have sent the information to ED as well, and we have already gone to court, appraising all the facts and put the facts before the case. It is not wrong. Even now, we are not saying we are not going to, cooperate with the investigating agencies. But if their intention is only to, implement the agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party government, then people are understanding why only opposition leaders are arrested or investigated, questioned, why BJP leaders are not actually, despite many economic offenders who have joined recently, have huge cases, bigger frauds, including Adani, Sujana Chowdhury, CM Ramesh, Himant Biswa Sharma, and Narayan Rana. There are many who joined BJP were facing bigger charges where the quantum of money which they were claiming is far bigger. Adani scam, you have seen 2.5 lakh crores worth of money wiped out, and you have seen the coal scam, and you have seen many other things of Adani also today, facing many questions. But government in the parliament, of the parliament, even in these cases, they are running away, they are protecting their people. But here in opposition, they are intentionally trying to damage the image through these cases and harass only to see that they get some political mileage in these. They wanted to intimidate and get the hold in our states, which can never be a successful thing in BJP case. Let them do anything. They cannot get any hold in our state.
All right, Mr. Reddy, yes, Mr. Reddy, thank you for joining us. Mr. Reddy of the BRS and Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP, thank you for joining us here as a fresh summon has been sent to K. Kavita. She has to appear on March 20th. Now, we're getting some more breaking news coming in. Right now, viewers. Now, what we know so far is that just minutes before Rahul Gandhi's press conference, the government has demanded an apology once again. That is right. The government is seeking an apology once again, viewers. We're getting these back-to-back updates coming in. Remember that Rahul Gandhi is adamant not apologizing on the remarks made in UK, and he keeps saying that he did not speak anything anti-India. But there has been a lot of uproar and ruckus, a lot of pressure on Rahul Gandhi to apologize because he had commented on democracy of India at an event in the UK, and he had questioned the democracy of India. He had said that India's democracy is under brutal attack. Now, just before a press conference which is expected from Rahul Gandhi, the government is once more saying that Rahul Gandhi should apologize. Taking a very short break right now. Much more coming up on the other side. It's a very short break, viewers. Stay tuned to India's #1 news network. Trouble mounts for Kejriwal's deputy as after Liquorgate, Sisodia is now booked in the snooping case. Stay tuned.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
विजय चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई, विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर जो मांग इन लोगों की है, इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां हैं। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनुप जी, बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है? इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है, ये मैं नहीं समझ पाया।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं।
देसी घी का खाना?
देसी घी का होता है, चौका वगैरह सब देसी घी। दूसरा रोटी भी होती है, रसगुल्ला भी है, पेड़ा भी है, फ्रूट्स हैं, बच्चों के लिए मंच है, टॉफीज हैं, बिस्किट्स हैं। इनमें से कोई एक चीज आप ले सकते हैं, चॉइसेस है। एक आदमी जो वहां आ रहा है वो नीडी होना चाहिए, ग्रीडी नहीं होना चाहिए। ये तो हम इतनी सारी चीजें दे रहे हैं, ये मैं नहीं दे रहा हूं। किसी ने अपना जन्मदिन मनाना, उसने कहा रसगुल्ले मेरी तरफ से हो गए, किसी ने कहा पेड़ा मेरी तरफ से हो गया। आज बहुत लोग मेरे साथ जुड़ गए हैं। मैं बताता हूं, देने वालों की बहुत लंबी लाइन है, लेने वाले हैं कहां?
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached exactly at the main gate of the Imran Khan's residence, and in doing so, they have to resorted to use water cannon and shelling of tear gas as well, because police was not resorted to use the baton and other things as well, but they resorted to the tear gas to disperse the crowd.
अच्छा अनुप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? बोली दाल चावल। सोचने का गौरव है, हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्कल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए, और वो दिन और आज का दिन है।
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If we look at the history of this scam, there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
मुझे बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी। दूसरा, हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है। फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए। राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा था। तो इसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ रकम रखनी थी। एक भी रख सकते तो 2 रुपए, 10 रुपए, 5 रुपए लगा कि हाँ एक ऐसी चीज है जो आदमी स्वाभिमान के साथ में देता है। और 5 रुपए जब देता है तो उसके चेहरे का सेटिस्फेक्शन देखिए साहब। जिससे भूख लगती है वो आता है, पूरा खाना खा के जाता है।
पहुंचे चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को, जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद। नारी के मुद्दे पर जो मांग इन लोगों की है, इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां हैं। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनूप जी, बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है? इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है, ये मैं नहीं समझ पाया।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं,
देसी घी का खाना।
So some dramatic scenes that are being visualized as well. So if you could just go that side and clearly go on and get a clear view. He's being detained by the cops and he's being taken away as well. So this is some massive drama that is breaking out here on our screens on the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway toll plaza, where even the police are finding it to be a very Herculean task to go out and clear out the protesters as well, because all this while it was only a sitting protest that we were noticing, but now we are looking at more ruckus breaking out. Many more JDS workers are being taken off, even as this van is leaving here. And right now, these are live visuals from the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway, where Nikhil is being taken away, and all the protesters are being detained as well. All the JDS protesters being detained here too. So these are visuals where more and more number of people are being taken away, and all the JDS workers are protesting and stating that no matter what, we will not leave this, we will not rest until there is a permanent solution.
Viewers, much more coming up on the other side as the government repeats apology demand. Rahul to address media shortly. Stay tuned.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
अच्छा अनूप जी, बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है? इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है, ये मैं नहीं समझ पाया।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं।
देसी घी का खाना?
देसी घी का होता है, चौका वगैरह सब देसी घी। दूसरा, रोटी भी होती है, रसगुल्ला भी है, पेड़ा भी है, फ्रूट्स हैं, बच्चों के लिए मंच है, टॉफीज हैं, बिस्किट्स हैं। इनमें से कोई एक चीज आप ले सकते हैं, चॉइसेस है। एक आदमी जो वहां आ रहा है वो नीडी होना चाहिए, ग्रीडी नहीं होना चाहिए। ये तो हम इतनी सारी चीजें दे रहे हैं, ये मैं नहीं दे रहा हूं। किसी ने अपना जन्मदिन मनाना, उसने कहा रसगुल्ले मेरी तरफ से हो गए, किसी ने कहा पेड़ा मेरी तरफ से हो गया। आज बहुत लोग मेरे साथ जुड़ गए हैं। मैं बताता हूं, देने वालों की बहुत लंबी लाइन है, लेने वाले हैं कहां?
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached exactly at the main gate of the Imran Khan's residence, and in doing so, they have to resorted to use water cannon and shelling of tear gas as well, because police was not resorted to use the baton and other things as well, but they resorted to the tear gas to disperse the crowd.
अच्छा अनूप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? बोली दाल चावल। सोचने का गौरव है, हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्कल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए।
it's time for Superfast 50. I'm Shivangi Shakwal. Let's get started. After facing all-out criticism over anti-India comments made on foreign soil, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi returned to Parliament. However, he refused to take questions or apologize.
लगातार बीजेपी आपसे माफी की मांग कर रही है, मांगेंगे क्या? राहुल जी माफी मांगेंगे क्या?
This comes hours after BJP launched a fresh salvo on Rahul Gandhi for his democracy remark, with Union Law Minister and party leader Kiran Rijiju alleging that the Congress leader was speaking the language of anti-India forces and a gang which had conspired to defame India.
तो जनप्रतिनिधि है, जनता का हित में जो भी है हम बोलते हैं, लेकिन कुछ लोग जनता और देश कोई मायने नहीं रखता है, इसलिए जो एंटी इंडिया फोर्सेस है, जितना भी भारत के विरोधी ताकतें हैं, वो सबका भाषा एक है।
Kiran Rijiju further said in a court here, Gandhi lied about India in London first. He said that he was not allowed to speak in Parliament, which is totally incorrect, as he spoke more than the allocated time and he spoke freely. Whatever he spoke had no substance.
और इतना अनाप शनाप बातें उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में बोला, झूठ बोला पार्लियामेंट में, बेकार के बातों को पार्लियामेंट के सदन में बोला और फिर लंदन में जाके बोलता है कि उनको पार्लियामेंट में बोलना नहीं दिया जाता है। इस तरह का झूठ ये हमारा देश के लिए बहुत नुकसान होता है।
After being questioned over Prime Minister Modi's remarks made in foreign countries, Kiran Rijiju said in a court here that the Prime Minister only spoke about the acts and deeds of the previous governments. Modi did not become PM on his own, but due to the blessings of 140 crore people, even the world acknowledges Modi's role in shaping the future of India.
सत्ता में अपने आप नहीं आए, मोदी जी अपने मर्जी से प्रधानमंत्री नहीं बने। हमारे लगभग 140 करोड़ का आशीर्वाद से मोदी जी इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री बने हैं और आज पूरा दुनिया कह रहे हैं कि मोदी जी का विचार, मोदी जी का दूरदृष्टि और मोदी जी का काम करने का तरीका ये देश के लिए और दुनिया के लिए मिसाल है।
Rijiju also slammed Rahul Gandhi over his statements about the minority communities in India. Rijiju said in a quote here, Rahul said minorities are not safe in India. Whatever he said is completely false. I belong to the minority community. We, the minorities, are living in India freely without facing any difficulty.
जो पार्लियामेंट का मेंबर है, अगर वही पार्लियामेंट को इंसल्ट करेंगे तो हम कैसे चुपचाप बैठ सकते हैं? आप भी सोचिए। देखिए, मैं खुद एक माइनॉरिटी हूँ, मैं इस देश का कानून मंत्री बना, मैं खुद माइनॉरिटी हूँ और हमारे देश के आसपास में जितना माइनॉरिटीज के साथ जुल्म होता है वो भारत आते हैं और वो जाकर के बोलते हैं कि माइनॉरिटी इंडिया में सेफ नहीं है।
Meanwhile, Vadra Congress has once again come to Rahul Gandhi's defense. Mallikarjun Kharge has reiterated that there is no question of Rahul Gandhi apologizing.
अभी अपोजिशन के उठते नहीं बोलने के लिए, लेकिन सरकार के लोग पहले ही उठते हंगामा, माफी मांगो माफी मांगो। ये क्या है? क्या खुद इंस्टिगेट कर रही सरकार और दूसरों को डेमोक्रेसी जो बात सुनाती है। माफी मांगने का सवाल ही नहीं। चलो।
Moreover, Rahul Gandhi's anti-India rant intensified further after Union Minister Anurag Thakur once again leveled a scathing attack on Rahul. Anurag Thakur reiterated centre's demand for Rahul Gandhi's apology.
कम से कम संसद का अपमान तो ना करें, सांसदों का समय बर्बाद ना करें और देश के बारे इस तरह के विचार रखना ये दुर्भाग्य है जी। ये पार्टी जो खुद 60 साल सत्ता में रही और अब उनको भी विदेश में जाकर किसी ने ज्ञान दिया कि जब इंदिरा जी भी विदेश आई थी तब देश के बारे में कुछ नहीं कहा था, लेकिन आप उनसे ही कुछ सीख लीजिए।
BRS MLC K. Kavita skipped the summons by the Enforcement Directorate in connection with the money laundering case, which is related to the Delhi excise policy case, citing her pending plea before the Supreme Court, where she has sought protection from arrest and quashing of summons in the case. Meanwhile, the BRS leader has now been summoned on March 20th. Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi extended Enforcement Directorate's custody of Arunachal Pradesh. Now, the alleged frontman of BRS MLC K. Kavita in fact, it has been in ED custody for questioning regarding his links with politicians. Meanwhile, the CBI has filed an FIR against former Delhi Deputy CM Manish Sisodia and 5 others in the feedback unit, which has allegedly was keeping a tab on opposition parties, government officials as well. CM Eknath Shinde and Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis will meet the representatives of the protesting farmers at 3 p.m. in Mantralaya today. Now, this comes amid the ongoing farmers' march under the leadership of All India Kisan Sabha and the Communist Party of India. Ahead of ED questioning for BRS leader K. Kavita, now posters have come up in Hyderabad against BJP National General Secretary B.L. Santosh. The posters depicted P.L. Santosh as criminal, declared him wanted. As infighting over tickets continues in Karnataka, Y. Vijendra has warned Yediyurappa's detractors, asking them to learn about B.S. Yediyurappa's contribution before commenting on him. Now, Yediyurappa's son Vijendra has also hit out at C.T. Ravi, warning him not to criticize mass leader Yediyurappa, saying that Yediyurappa never thought about his family while building the party. Pro-DMK political outfit is holding a protest against the governor of Tamil Nadu for not giving assent and returning the prohibition of online gambling bill to state government. DK has planned to send ash of the people who committed suicide due to online gambling by post to the governor. DMK Rajya Sabha MP Tiruchi Siva's house and car were allegedly vandalized by supporters of Tamil Nadu Minister K.N. Nehru. Now, Tiruchi Siva supporters were reportedly upset as Siva's name was not being mentioned at the event and he was not invited to the said event. Siva supporters allegedly also showed black flags to Minister K.N. Nehru. After Congress workers and pro-Kannada organizations, JDS workers are protesting about the toll levied on Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway. The JDS workers are questioning the cost of toll for short distances, also asking the lack of exits towards districts. Meanwhile, Karnataka High Court has taken a suo motu cognizance of this and has asked the NHAI to respond within 3 weeks. In what seems to be a major development in the Umesh Pal murder case, Prayagraj police has accessed another CCTV tape. Now, on tape, attackers are seen chasing Umesh Pal as Pal is seen trying to defend himself. Conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar has written to the DG prison seeking action against PA of Superintendent of Jail. Sukesh claimed that they were harassing his wife Leena Paul in jail. PDP chief Mehboob Mufti has triggered a massive controversy by drawing a parallel between India and Pakistan. Mufti said in a court here, nothing new is happening in Pakistan from what has happened in India. Here, ED and CBI are arresting Sisodia, K. Kavita, Lalu and other leaders.
यहाँ तो लोग मिनिस्टर्स, एक्स मिनिस्टर्स, होम मिनिस्टर उनको अरेस्ट करके जेल में डालते हैं, तो ये तो मसला तो कोई मुझे लगता है डिफरेंट नहीं है. अगर वहाँ पर इमरान खान को वो बंद करना चाहते हैं, जो एक्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर है, जो ईडी और सीबीआई का जिस तरह से गलत इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, जितने भी अपोजिशन लीडर हैं उनको जेलों में डाल दिया जा रहा है, तो ये तो मुझे लगता है कोई पाकिस्तान में कोई नई बात नहीं हो रही है जो यहाँ नहीं हो रही.
Meanwhile, People's Democratic Party chief Mehboob Mufti on Wednesday visited a temple in the Pooch district and offered prayers. In fact, the BJP has termed Mufti's temple visit a political gimmick.
मैं भी मंदिर से आ रहा हूँ, जल चढ़ा करके आया हूँ. खबर उन लोगों की बनती है क्योंकि कारण ये है कि वो कुछ अलग सा कर रहे हैं. तो स्वाभाविक बात है, जब समय इस प्रकार का आता है या इलेक्शन वगैरह सामने आते हैं तो वो इस प्रकार की बातें करना शुरू कर देते हैं. अगर सच में वो इस प्रकार से कर रहे हैं, भगवान उनको सद्बुद्धि दे और वो देश के हित में काम करें और जम्मू कश्मीर के हित में काम करें, ना कि पाकिस्तान के समर्थन में हमेशा से जो उनका एक फेवर रहती है या मिलिटेंट्स के समर्थक बनकर वो करती है। मैं यही भगवान शिव से प्रार्थना करूंगा कि उनको सद्बुद्धि दें।
Assam Finance Minister presented the state annual budget for the year. Speaking on the budget, CM Himanta said that he's sure that the budget will propel the journey of resurgent Assam toward the destination of glory and progress. Mumbai's police arrested the daughter of the deceased by registering a case against under the section 302. All right, viewers, getting you more details right now. Around 80 persons were rescued while 10, including 3 children, were hospitalized after a fire broke out at a 7-story residential building in Mumbai. Now, according to the official, the fire was confined to electric wiring, electric installation, electric mail cables and all meters, all switches in a common electric meter cabin on the ground floor plus upper 7th floor residential building. A fire has broken out at a factory in an industrial area in New Delhi. Over 12 fire attendants rushed to the spot to bring the fire under control. No casualties or injuries have been reported. Cause of the fire still being ascertained. A video of a man who was booked for alleged unruly behavior and smoking on an Air India flight has now surfaced. This comes 2 days after the accused refused to pay the bail amount to the court, saying that he is ready to go to jail. Police arrested a man named Kunal Singh. Now this is the arrest which happened in Bihar and seized an AK-47 rifle, 25 AK-47 cartridges, 9mm country-made pistol, 2 9mm magazines from him. 17 cases including murder, extortion have been registered against Kunal Singh in several police stations in Bihar itself.
AK-47 के 25 गोली मिला है इनकी मैगजीन से और 9mm पिस्टल के 2 मैगजीन हैं। कुल 20 गोली बरामद हुए हैं। इनके पास 6 वॉकी टॉकी भी सर्च ऑपरेशन में मिला है और इस टीम ने काफ़ी बहादुरी से इस कार्य को अंजाम दिया है। जो अभी कुछ घंटे हुए हैं इनकी गिरफ्तारी के, तो अभी कह पाना कठिन है। पूछताछ चल रही है कि क्या ये योजना बना है। हाँ, इसके बारे में पूछताछ चल रही है।
A horrific incident was caught on camera in which a drunk ticket inspector was seen misbehaving with a 24-year-old lady passenger. The incident reported at KR Puram in Karnataka. The Railways has suspended the ticket inspector, taking suo motu cognizance of the crime. Congress Central Election Committee will now meet in the national capital tomorrow, March 17, to pick the candidates for the upcoming Karnataka Assembly elections. According to sources, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will visit Belgavi on March 20th to campaign for the polls. Goa CM Pramod Sawant launched the first artificial intelligence signal in North Goa, which is one of the busiest junctions in the coastal state. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant, after launching the signals, said that the AI signals will not only help traffic management but will also be helpful for security purposes. A P-8I aircraft of Indian Navy arrived at United States on March 14th to participate in Exercise Sea Dragon 23, the third edition of the Coordinated Multilateral ASW exercise for long-range aircraft conducted by the US Navy. According to the Indian Navy, the exercise scheduled from March 15 to 30th would stress on coordinated anti-submarine warfare among other participating countries. Flash floods kill at least 14 people living in tents and container housing across Turkey's quake-hit region, piling up more pressure on President Recep Tayyip Erdogan ahead of a crunch election. Several more people were swept away by the rushing water, which turned streets into muddy rivers in areas hit by last month's 7.8 magnitude quake. A massive clash broke out in Naples on Wednesday ahead of Napoli's Champions League last 16-second leg against Frankfurt, as supporters set a police car on fire and threw stones at buses in the city centre. Italian authorities have banned fans living in Frankfurt from travelling to the stadium for a match amid concerns about possible violence, but a group of the German club's supporters made the trip to Italy anyway. At least 11 people have been killed in a coal mine explosion in central Colombia. The governor of the province said that rescue workers raced to save 10 other miners who were trapped underground. With only a few days left for Ramzan, the Pakistan government has raised the price of petrol to Pakistani rupee 272 rupees per litre, adding that more pressure on the country's inflation-weary people. The Finance Division, in its fortnight bulletin, attributed the price hike to the depreciation of the Pakistani rupee against the US dollar and an increase in the prices registered by the Platts Singapore. A Pakistani court judge said that he would halt the arrest of the country's former Prime Minister Imran Khan in the Toshakhana case only if Khan surrendered in the court. The bench of Additional District and Sessions Judge Zafar Iqbal has made the above remarks while hearing the reference of the Election Commission of Pakistan that sought criminal proceedings against Imran for hiding details of Toshakhana gifts. Nepalese Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal's official Twitter handle was hacked in early hours on Thursday. In his Twitter account, instead of the profile, there was an account which is a non-fungible token marketplace for pro traders was seen instead in its place. Amid the spiraling controversy over an alleged collision between an American surveillance drone and a Russian warplane over Black Sea, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin spoke to his Russian counterpart on Wednesday about incidents which brought the two countries closest to direct conflict since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine a year ago. It was the first call between Austin and Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu since October. The US-India Strategic Partnership Forum and US-India Business Council has congratulated the former mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti, on his confirmation as the new envoy to India. Iranians held scattered anti-government protests during an annual fire festival with ancient roots. Visuals show protesters in different cities chanting against the country's ruling clerics and hurling firecrackers as security forces during celebration of the festival there. And North Korea fired a long-range ballistic missile toward the East Sea on Thursday, March 15, on the hours before the leaders of South Korea and Japan meet to discuss the regime's evolving threats and other shared challenges. Notably, this is the third missile that has been launched this week. Viewers, it's time to get to all the sports action at this point of time. Royal Challengers Bengaluru has now continued to fight for another day as they notched their maiden 5-wicket victory over UP Warriors after 5 consecutive defeats in the Women's Premier League in Navi Mumbai on Wednesday. India fielding coach T. Dilip has officially confirmed that middle order batsman Shreyas Iyer has been ruled out of the upcoming 3-match ODI series against Australia starting Friday due to recurrence of lower back injury. England all-rounder Will Jacks, bought by Royal Challengers Bangalore, has now ruled out of the edition of the Indian Premier League. As per ESPN, RCB is currently in talks with New Zealand all-rounder Michael Bracewell as a potential replacement for Jacks. The West Indies cricket team has decided to appoint separate red and white ball coaches for the senior men's team after conducting an independent review of the team's farcical performance at the T20 World Cup last year. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh has inaugurated the IBA Women's World Boxing Championship at the Indira Gandhi Sports Complex in New Delhi as India gets ready for a mega boxing festival. Star boxer Nikhat Zareen will kick off India's challenge at the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships today as the country's pugilists were handed a mixed draw. The reigning champion, Zareen, will have an easy start when she faces Azerbaijan's team in the 50 kg round of 64, but defending her crown might get challenging with the potential opponents. India beat Australia for the second time in 3 days as the home side emerged victorious in the penalty shootout in the second leg match of the FIH Pro League on Wednesday. Now, the two teams were locked 2-2 during regulation time. Sunil Chhetri may be playing the last season of the illustrious career, feels Indian football team had head coach there, who is hoping that his star player would be saying his best for the last in the coming months. The 38-year-old Chhetri is all set to play in his third continental showpiece, the most by an Indian after playing a pivotal role in the qualification tournament in Kolkata last year. There was no end to PV Sindhu's poor run as the star Indian shuttler made a first-round exit from the All-England Championship after losing Zhang Weiman of China in straight games in Birmingham on Wednesday. Carlos Alcaraz advanced to the Indian Wells Open quarterfinals as he led Jack Draper when the Briton was forced to retire with an injury. Now, Draper was forced to retire with an injury that first affected him late in his Monday win against Andy Murray.
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached exactly at the main gate of the Imran Khan's residence, and in doing so they have to resorted to use water cannon and shelling of tear gas as well, because police was not resorted to use the baton and other things as well, but they resorted to the tear gas to disperse the crowd.
अच्छा अनूप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? तो बोली दाल चावल। तो सोचने का गौरव भाई हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्कल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए, और वो दिन और आज का दिन है।
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If we look at the history of this scam, is where there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी। दूसरा, हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है। फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए। राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा।
Welcome back, viewers. Protests broke out in Tamil Nadu against Governor R.N. Ravi over alleged delay in approving the bills for prohibition of online gambling. Here's more.
Dravidar Karakkam, a pro-DMK political outfit, held protests against the Tamil Nadu governor. Protesters alleged that the Tamil Nadu governor R.N. Ravi delayed approval for bill seeking prohibition of online gambling to the state government.
getting some details coming out right now where we have got this video which has come. Remember, this is a video of a drone face-off, viewers. Let's go across to Niranjan. Niranjan is joining us live. Niranjan, take our viewers through exactly what our viewers are seeing on their screens.
Well, this is the reported video, the alleged video of the Russian plane, the Russian Sukhoi jet. This is the US which has released the video of the Russian Sukhoi 27, a fighter jet, which they claim collided with the MQ-9 drone. Now, what is very clear is how close the proximity. This is the video first on Republic TV. You saw the Sukhoi 27 jet coming extremely close to the MQ-9 Reaper drone, and that's perhaps for the first time. You look at that; it comes so close to the drone, and at that point of that's almost near collision. Of course, America called it a collision. But what is extremely clear in this video also is that there is a fuel dumping that is happening. You can see that the Russian Sukhoi 27 is dumping fuel. There is no collision, it appears, but there is some sort of glitch in the video just as the Sukhoi 27 nears the drone. It's an MQ-9 Reaper. This is a video that has been captured by the drone. You can see clearly in this video the Sukhoi 27 veers close to the drone, and just when it appears closer to the drone, you can see the plumes of the smoke that you see there. Basically, is a jet dumping fuel. The jet dumping fuel, and when that fuel is dumped on, for example, in this case, the drone, that's when it becomes dangerous. And there are different accounts. The Russian account is different from the American account. America claims it's a collision. It's a provocative. It's a deliberate. They claim it's a deliberate act by Russia to sort of provoke them over the Black Sea. And America's version is completely different. And just to give you a little bit of a background on this particular case, both the U.S. and Russian military chiefs have also resumed contact to discuss the drone. That was the last update we had this morning. And the Defense Secretary of America, Lloyd Austin, also spoke to his Russian counterpart about the destruction of the U.S. drone over the Black Sea after the encounter with Russian jets, which brought the two countries closest to direct conflict since Russia's Ukraine operation. Now, it was a call between Austin and Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu earlier today. But this video, I think this is a video in focus. And if you look at this video closely, it appears that this U.S. surveillance drone, which appears to have captured this video, you can see there's a jet, that's a Sukhoi 27, coming very close to the drone. And it just as it comes close to the drone, it takes that sharp turn in the skies, and the smoke that you see there is basically the jet dumping fuel. And it appears when America claimed that the propeller was damaged, it appears that the damage was one, because of the proximity, and secondly because of the fuel that was dumped. This was near Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula, which Russia had annexed earlier. Now both countries have also in the last few days tried to de-escalate issues and have pledged to avoid any escalation on this particular issue. But as far as America is concerned, they've gone back to give they've given their own version. They claim that the drone was hit. There was a clear collision, and what the U.S. says is that, and this is both the Pentagon and U.S. European Command, they claim that two Russian Sukhoi 27. They claim that at least two Russian Sukhoi 27 aircraft dumped fuel on the MQM, which was conducting a routine surveillance mission over the Black Sea in international airspace. They said that the Russian jets flew around and in front of the drone several times for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then one of the Russian aircraft struck the propeller of the MQ-9, causing U.S. forces to have to bring the MQ-9 down into international waters. So this appears to be the moment when the collision happened, or a near collision, but that is not clear, because at that point when the jet comes extremely close to the drone, there is absolutely no signal. There is a glitch in the signal, which is clear in the video that is shot. What is also clear is that the jets were extremely close to the drone. And looking at the maneuvering of the jets, it appears that they knew exactly what they were doing. U.S. Air Force generals, commanders of the U.S. Air Force in Europe and Africa also saying that the Russian jets' actions nearly caused both aircraft to crash. Pentagon, meanwhile, saying that the collision likely also damaged the Russian fighter jet. The Sukhoi 27 was able to land. There's no confirmation on where it landed. The Pentagon said the drone was well clear of any Ukrainian territory but did not provide details. A U.S. defense official also went on record to say that it was operating west of Crimea over the Black Sea. The officials speaking to the media have confirmed that this was deliberate. Now, what is also interesting, and we will try and get some aviation experts on the phone line, a few fighter pilots perhaps who served in the Indian Air Force who can give us a better perspective. But this is a video that shows how close both Russia and the US came close to what could have been a bigger confrontation. These are the first pictures of the confrontation over the Black Sea, the mid-air confrontation over the Black Sea that happened. On your screen, that's a Sukhoi 27, dumping fuel on the jet, and then the video just goes blurred. So we don't know at that point whether the propeller was damaged, whether the drone was incapacitated. But what we do know is after this, the US deliberately brought down the drone. Perhaps they shot the drone down so that there was no transfer of technology. Perhaps they feared that Russia could get access to the drone if it fell in their territory. So they claim that they brought down the drone. So these are the first images coming in, and this is the video that was.
All right, Niranjan is getting us all the details. So that's a video released by the US of the drone face-off where you can see how a Russian fighter jet dumps fuel on an American drone over the Black Sea. And then you can see that there's a collision which takes place after that. The US European Command has said that the two Russian fighters intercepted the unmanned MQ-9 Reaper over international waters and one clipped its propeller. Let's go across to Niranjan. Niranjan's getting us more detail. Niranjan, now that video has been released from the US. But what is Russia saying about this confrontation which took place?
Well, what I can also tell you is that there is another video that is doing the rounds, and I'm just trying to show you that video as well. There is a video of Russia or pro-Russian forces that perhaps put out another video earlier that claimed that it was actually the video shot by the Russian planes of the drone, but we will have to verify that. But what we can tell you is that there is a Russian version to it as well. A Russian version, of course, giving out a completely different angle to this entire episode. We will try and get some experts on the phone line. But the Russian video shows, and I can show you the Russian video. The Russian video shows. Okay, I think we have Wing Commander Praful Bakshi on the phone line. We'll try and go across to him. Wing Commander Bakshi, this video clearly shows. This video shows that they knew exactly what they were doing. First of all. And this jet comes extremely close to the MQ-9 drone. The American Reaper drone comes close, and the plume of smoke, of course, we see that is perhaps the jet dumping fuel, and it appears to be deliberate. At least maneuvering suggests that. General Bakshi, if you can look at this. Oh, Wing Commander Bakshi. Sorry, Wing Commander Bakshi. Yes, sir.
Yes, I can understand. I know the situation. By the way, Chinese have also done this to Americans. The similar way, what they did, they nearly hit their aircraft once. Chinese, so similar cases out here where the Americans are doing it to Russians, and they have dumped the fuel in front of the drone. Otherwise, the fuel does not fall. Yes, they can happen in case they come very close, and due to the jet wake of the aircraft, the drone can go topsy-turvy and can crash. There is no doubt about it because drone is very light. And this is a twin-engine fighter with a very heavy thrust. So this is quite possible that if you fly very close, in fact, even in fighter flying, when you come behind the other fighter aircraft, the wake is so strong that you can get topsy-turvy at some times. So this has happened here. First, if they have dumped the fuel, which is quite a possibility, then the drone will, of course, probably start malfunctioning. And if they hit the drone, like probably they have touched the drone, the tail has touched the propeller, as they say, well, then there's no doubt about it that the drone will crash.
It's clear, sir, because it appears, the Americans said that, the Russian jets, and it wasn't one, they claimed there were two. They claimed that the Russian jets flew around and in front of the drone several times for nearly 30 to 40 minutes. And then one of the Russian jets struck the propeller of the MQ-9. It's quite possible looking at, the proximity of the jet. They're right above the drone's tail. And it is a possibility that perhaps they struck the propeller. But what is emerging now is if there were two jets, and if this is the video, then there was a provocation.
Obviously, there's provocation, but let me tell you one thing very clearly. No jet pilot will try to touch the propeller of any aircraft. There were chances that the tail section of the fighter aircraft would have been written off. He must have gone and made an emergency landing himself. It is not a joke that if you touch with your aircraft a propeller and you come back safe, it is only God's gift to him that that pilot has returned if he has touched the aircraft. So this is
one minute, sir, just be with me. Sir, be with me, sir. I have another breaking news update coming in. There is a second video. I repeat, there is a second video that I have right now, which I will play out right now. And that video is released. It's unverified. First of all, it's unverified, so I'm putting it out there. It's unverified. It's an unverified video. And this unverified video shows an MQ-9 Reaper drone put out by Russian sources. This is by Russian Telegram channels. This is a video put out by Russian Telegram channels. It's an unverified video. So it's an unverified video. It shows that the MQ-9 Reaper drone is seen and jets are flying past. So clearly it's some kind of a warfare going on by both sides. Very, look at this video. This is the second video. In fact, Group Captain Agustin Vinod also joining us. The second video, Group Captain Agustin Vinod, unverified video by Russian sources, Russian Telegram channels, Russian media houses discussing this video. We can't verify that, but it shows that jets were flying past. They were flying past around over. They were simply just doing sorties around this MQ-9 Reaper and figuring out what it's up to. So it appears that there's much more than to this episode than what is being reported. Group Captain Agustin Vinod.
Yeah, Niranjan, I was looking at the video just as you guys connected with me. See, this is not the first. I mean, the Russian tactics of buzzing aeroplanes very close. In fact, I don't know, our viewers may not know about it. The Russian tactics during Second World War was to bring down another aeroplane by, sort of bumping into the enemy aeroplane, into the control surfaces of bomber and bring them down. So this is part of the Russian tactics, and it has always been part of Russian tactics for over 50, 60 years. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to us that they are resorting to older tactics, because if you look at surface warfare also, they are already into trench warfare, which was, which we had done and dusted in World War I. But the trench warfare is still going on. So, somewhere down the line, Russian fighter pilots are probably taught to bring down aeroplanes by bumping into them or hitting their propellers. In the bargain, yes, you will damage your airplane as well. But you're sure to bring down the enemy airplane down. But in this case, to me, it appears that it was more of a unintentional maneuver than an intentional maneuver from both sides. See, when the MQ-9 Reaper spotted this aeroplane, see, MQ-9 Reaper is not a combat UAV. It's not a UCAV. It is a surveillance drone, which is over Black Sea to look at what is happening, on the surface. So then in the field of view, if you see a fighter aeroplane, the pilot on the ground, the drone pilot on the ground would try to sort of, steer away from that particular aeroplane. And that is what, in my opinion, led to this collision. But was there an intention from the Russian side to bring the aeroplane by coming closer and buzzing and stuff like that? I suspect yes. Why am I saying? Because it is part of Russian tactics. You can pull out some old Second World War videos. You can see what I'm saying. So the unique way of Russian tactics to bring enemy aeroplane down by bumping into them is something is very, very unique to Russia. No other air force in the world did it, and no other air force in the world has in its SOP to do it. So all these together makes me suspect that was the intention, but the manner in which it was executed, Niranjan, is what makes me believe that it was more of an accident than intentionally bringing it down.
I'm just interrupting you there. There's a news conference coming in of Rahul Gandhi. We're just cutting across to that, sir. Thank you very much. Cutting across live to the news conference in Delhi. Rahul Gandhi speaking. Let's cut across.
कि मैं पार्लियामेंट में बोलना चाहता हूं, अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूं। सरकार के शायद चार मंत्रियों ने मेरे ऊपर आरोप लगाया है, हाउस में आरोप लगाया है, तो मेरा हक है कि मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में अपनी बात रखनी देनी चाहिए। क्लैरिटी नहीं है, मगर मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मुझे बोलने देंगे। मैं होपफुल हूं कि कल मुझे बोलने दें। आज 1 मिनट के अंदर, मेरे आने के बाद 1 मिनट के अंदर उन्होंने हाउस को अडजर्न कर दिया। होपफुल हूं कि शायद कल मुझे बोलने दें, क्योंकि मैं अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूं, मगर पक्का नहीं मालूम। आइडिया ये है कि जो मैंने भाषण कुछ दिन पहले पार्लियामेंट हाउस में दिया अदानी जी के बारे में, और जो नरेंद्र मोदी जी और अदानी जी का रिश्ता है उसके बारे में मैंने सवाल पूछे। उस भाषण को पार्लियामेंट हाउस में पूरा एक्सपंज कर दिया गया, और उस भाषण में ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं थी जो पब्लिक रिकॉर्ड से मैंने नहीं निकाली। अखबारों से, लोगों की स्टेटमेंट से मैंने पूरा भाषण डेवलप किया था और उसको एक्सपंज कर दिया गया। ये पूरा मामला डिस्ट्रैक्ट करने का मामला है। सरकार और प्रधानमंत्री जो अदानी जी का मुद्दा है उससे डरे हुए हैं, और इसीलिए उन्होंने ये पूरा तमाशा प्रिपेयर किया है। और मुझे लगता है कि वो मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में नहीं बोलने देंगे, क्योंकि जो मेन सवाल है वो अभी भी टेबल पे है। अदानी जी और प्रधानमंत्री का रिश्ता क्या है? जो डिफेंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अदानी जी को दिए जा रहे हैं वो क्यों दिए जा रहे हैं? जो श्रीलंका में, बांग्लादेश में बात हुई है वो क्यों हुई, किसने की? ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो प्रधानमंत्री जी और स्टेट बैंक के चेयरमैन और अदानी जी के साथ जो मीटिंग हुई वो क्यों हुई, उसमें क्या डिस्कस हुआ? तो ये सब सवाल हैं जो प्रधानमंत्री जिसके जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं, और ये मेन बात है। मैं एमपी हूं, तो मेरी पहली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने की है, और मैं चाहता हूं कि पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने के बाद मैं आपके साथ डिटेल में डिस्कशन करूं। मगर उससे पहले मैं डिटेल में आपके साथ नहीं जाना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि वो एज एन एमपी वो हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है। आई विल से इट इन इंग्लिश। आई वेंट टू पार्लियामेंट दिस मॉर्निंग with the idea of putting what I have said or what I feel on the floor of the House. 4 ministers have raised allegations against me in Parliament House. It is my right to be allowed to speak on the floor of the House. I requested the Speaker today. I went to his chambers and I requested him, and I said, look, I would very much like to speak. I told him that people from the BJP have made allegations against me, and as a member of Parliament, it is my right to speak. He was non-committal. In his way, he smiled, But I'm hopeful that I will be allowed to speak tomorrow. What is going on here? This story started the day I gave my speech in Parliament about Mr. Adani. And I asked some fundamental questions to the Prime Minister about his relationship with the businessman, about how Mr. Adani has been given pretty much the entire India-Israel defense relationship, how he's been given the Bombay airport, other airports, how rules have been changed to allow him to be given these things, what happened in Australia between the Prime Minister, Mr. Adani, and the Chairman of the State Bank, and one of the Chief Ministers of one of the states in Australia. That's a picture that is visible to everybody. Why is the Prime Minister of India sitting with the State Bank Chairman and Mr. Adani and an Australian leader? What is he discussing? And why, after that discussion, is almost $1 billion pledged by the State Bank to Mr. Adani? What was said in Sri Lanka? Why Mr. Rajapaksa, a person has made a statement saying Mr. Rajapaksa told him that Mr. Adani was given the contract and it was basically Mr. Modi who told him. The same in Bangladesh. So these are relevant questions. And the whole idea is that these questions must not be on the table. And that is why this whole exercise of 4 or 5 ministers, the Prime Minister giving a speech to distract from this fundamental question, which is what is the relationship between the Prime Minister of India and Mr. Adani and his companies, and more importantly, whose money is in these shell companies? Who is this unknown person whose money is in these shell companies? What is his relationship with Mr. Adani? These are the questions. I would like to go into the details with you. Unfortunately, I'm a member of Parliament and I'm hopeful that I will be allowed to speak in Parliament. So I would like to first place my statement on the floor of the House, and then after that I'll be happy to have whatever discussion you want with me.
Unfortunately, I'm a member of Parliament. You can make a joke saying that unfortunately for you, but unfortunately for Eight minute, please.
See, I want to make it clear. Unfortunately for you, I'm a member of Parliament, and as the allegation has been made in Parliament by 4 ministers, it is my right to have the opportunity. It's my democratic right. So if Indian democracy was functioning, I would be able to say my piece in Parliament. So,
please, let him finish.
So actually what you are seeing is a test of Indian democracy. After 4 leaders of the BJP have made an allegation about a member of Parliament, is that member of Parliament going to be given the same space that those 4 ministers have been given, or is he going to be told to shut up? That's what the real question in front of this country is right now. So,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we've just heard a very, very brief statement coming in from Rahul Gandhi, where he continues to reiterate much of what you've heard from him, both here in the Parliament and later in the US and the UK. He, remember, is not willing to apologize. He says that he continues to, in fact, ask questions of the Prime Minister. He says, my speech in the Lok Sabha was expunged, clearly putting out half-truth about that. He says 4 mantris attacked me and it is my right to answer. And he did not even take any questions. I think at the end of this, he said that this is a test for Indian democracy. The way this entire case is handled, he says, my right to be allowed to speak in Parliament. He again and again, remember, is alleging that he hasn't been allowed to speak. He reiterates that his comment, in fact, his entire speech, he alleges, has been expunged. Clearly, again, viewers, that is the half-truth, because you have seen how the entire issue had panned out in the parliament, and there were certain portions, remember, only certain portions of Rahul Gandhi's speech that was not backed by facts, that was expunged by the chair. Something, again, that we have seen very often. But Rahul Gandhi did not take any questions. Does this really satisfy, the demand that the government has made? The BJP in particular has been saying that Rahul Gandhi needs to apologize. So he continues to be adamant. He says that I've done nothing wrong. I've said nothing wrong, Aishwarya. Help us understand what happens from here on and what possibly could be the first response from the government. You've heard reactions coming in from the BJP, from the union ministers, again and again reiterating that what Rahul has done is unacceptable, Aishwarya.
Well, that's right, Deepthi, but at this point of time, the last allegation and the most important one in his press conference, that he went to the chambers of the speaker and asked the time to speak. He's not a first-time MP. He does not understand the process of the House. The process of the House is that you have to give a notice, and post the notice being accepted by the chair, then the process follows. It is not on a one-on-one basis. The problem is that the Gandhis feel that they have privilege over every system, that they can boycott and they can overrule every rule in the book and every system, because that is what has been happening in the Congress party or in the Congress regime. But the process is that any MP, irrespective of the hierarchy apart from the Prime Minister, if he or she wants to speak, wants to raise an issue, they have to give a notice. Apart from the Leader of the House, that is the Prime Minister in Lok Sabha, every other MP. It's just not you go and meet the Speaker just because you're Rahul Gandhi. You will be given a chance and time there and then, Deepthi. So the process has to be followed. And that is something which Rahul Gandhi, and for that matter, the Congress party has completely forgotten. Otherwise, the Congress party, rather than pushing this issue, would have forced Rahul Gandhi to apologize. But on the contrary, they say that no, whatever has been said by Rahul Gandhi is absolutely correct. So the issue is, first, Parliament runs according to the rule book, and the rule book clearly suggests that any member of Parliament, irrespective whether you have the last name of a Gandhi or not, you have to follow the rules. So that settles that allegation of Rahul Gandhi in the press conference, that he went to the Lok Sabha Speaker's chamber, Honorable Mr. Om Birla, and then he sought a time and he was not given. The process has to be followed, and no one, not even the Speaker, even if Rahul Gandhi alleges that X or Y person has a personal animosity against him, they cannot stop a member of Parliament. They have to follow the process.
Absolutely. The rules are the rules, and they're similar for everyone. Everyone, remember, is a member of Parliament when you're inside the House. Aishwarya, only for the moment, I thank you, and I trust you to get us more reactions to that big story. I also want to say good afternoon to Sardar RP Singh Saab of the BJP, who's joining us on the broadcast here. RP Singh, how would you respond to Rahul Gandhi? He says, I am not allowed to speak in the Parliament. He said the same thing happened today. I went to the chair, I said I want to speak, but the House was suddenly adjourned and I have not been given an opportunity to clear my stand on the floor of the House.
Well, he has to come out of this, that he is a dynast. He is not running the country. He is one of the member of Parliament. He has to seek time as per the protocol and the constitution. And then he would have been given time. I mean, it's not that I'm the dentist, I've come back from 3 days later, I've come back, now give me time first. That's not the way the House functions. You have to apply under particular rule and then say that I want to speak under particular rule, and then the Speaker gives the required time. Earlier he spoke for 45 minutes or more than that earlier also. No one stopped him from doing so.
But you know, RP Singh, today it's not just Rahul alone. I'm not sure if you've seen that tweet that has come in from Mahua Moitra earlier of the TMC. Now she is reiterating the same charge that Rahul Gandhi has leveled. She says we are not allowed to speak. The opposition MPs are not given an opportunity on the floor of the House. So how would the government respond to that?
Ask Mahua Moitra to show that he has asked for the time. If she has seek the time, obviously she will be given the time. I mean, simply because you can tweet, you are right to tweet, you are tweeting. But objective is that whether have you asked for under particular rule, what rule have you asked for your time, and Speaker will surely give you time. It's as if they think, as I said, just few days back in the earlier part of the session, Rahul Gandhi spoke for almost 45 minutes. and then without being interrupted. And then so are the many opposition.
But to that speech, RP Singh, before I let you go, Rahul Gandhi is making a big charge. He says my full speech has been expunged. He's saying who has funded the shell companies, because I'm speaking about the Adani issue. The government wants to divert attention. The reason why I'm being attacked, the reason why I'm not being allowed to speak on the floor of the House, RP Singh.
What has been expunged? He has to clarify that. The only part which has been expunged, which is without any evidence, he has put baseless charges, or he has to put an evidence on record for whatever he is saying. I mean, tomorrow I can't say that, Rahul Gandhi is a murderer. I have to say so. I have to bring evidence on record because it's in Parliament, and also his speech was telecast live. I mean, although certain part would have been expunged because he couldn't prove any evidence on what he was saying. And then,
so RP Singh, you're saying where is the proof? I'm requesting you to please hold the phone line. I also want to get in Congress's Rashid Alvi, RP Singh, and I'm requesting you to please hold the phone line. Rashid Alvi ji, thank you so much for speaking to us on Republic. How would you respond? The BJP says Rahul Gandhi is making baseless allegations on the floor of the House if he does not back his comments, and if he puts out half-truths, like, his speech was expunged. They say Rahul Gandhi must face action.
Rahul Gandhi has not been given any opportunity to speak today. Rahul Gandhi met the speaker. He had requested him, please allow him to speak. But House is adjourned. Why? So what Rahul Gandhi has said in England, he has proved it. Our speaker has proved it. That Rahul Gandhi is not being given any opportunity to speak in the House. And even last time when Rahul Gandhi, he was addressing in the Parliament, his entire speech is expunged arbitrarily. Whether it is the rule of the House, I have been member 15 years, member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
But Rashid Alvi, who told you the entire speech has been expunged? As far as the knowledge goes in public domain, these are portions of the speech that were unsubstantiated that have been expunged. It is not the entire speech. Now, why does the Congress say that?
If Rahul Gandhi is asking inside House, what is the relationship between Adani Saab and Modi Saab? How can you explain this sentence, you tell me? Which word is unparliamentary? And then you say it is democracy.
Let's get RP Singh to respond to that, Rashid. Rashid, I'm requesting you, sir, to hold the phone line. RP Singh, would you want to counter Rashid Alvi?
We just seen the dynastic DNA. He said, I don't want any response. That's the way they behave. That's what I said earlier also. But dynasty don't want to hear the saner voice. They just say what we say is it's my way or highway. Supreme Court should go my way or highway. Election Commission should go my way or highway. Army Chief should be my way or highway. Parliament should be run as per my choice and my ethics. There are norms for Parliament to proceed. And if you feel that anything wrong has been done, you have right to go to Supreme Court. Their leader have gone to Supreme Court, J.R. Thakur, on basis of which Supreme Court is holding an inquiry in the case which they want a JPC. And they don't believe in their leader also. J.R. Thakur is their leader, on whose plea the court has formed a SIT, committee to inquire into Adani's issue. But as I said, dynasty don't believe in the democratic processes and the democratic norms.
All right. So the BJP there says follow the democratic process. The Congress continues to be defined, say there is no question of an apology, and they reiterate that Rahul Gandhi is not allowed to speak on the floor of the House. I thank both Sardar RP Singh and Rashid Alvi for speaking to us. It's time for us to head into a quick break right now. But on the other side, we continue with our non-stop focus on this big story that continues to get bigger. This is Rahul Gandhi in a soup, another blooper by Rahul Gandhi the moment he is literally coaxed by Jairam Ramesh of his party itself. But the key question is, will Rahul apologize?
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
अच्छा अनूप जी एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? बोली दाल चावल। सोचने का गौरव भाई हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्कल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए, और वो दिन और आज का दिन है।
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If we look at the history of this scam, where there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
That Prime Minister Modi's statement was more an expression of hope than of reality.
Nobel panel member praises Prime Minister Modi, says India headed to be a superpower. BJP mounts attack, builds pressure on Vadra Congress, demanding an apology for insulting India.
I'm a member of Parliament. You can make a joke saying, unfortunately for you.
Mounting pressure, Rahul refuses to apologize, delivers yet another blooper. No relief for Kavita. Fresh summons issued to appear in person before ED on the 20th of March. More trouble for Manish Sisodia. CBI registers second case against Sisodia in Snoopgate. Army Cheetah helicopter crashes in Arunachal's Dirang. Search operations underway for missing pilots. Good afternoon, you're watching Live and Breaking at 4 p.m. I'm Suesha Sawant, and we just heard from Rahul Gandhi, who concluded that news conference where, remember, after insulting India on foreign soil, he is refusing to apologize. On the contrary, he's made some very strong allegations. The BJP is all set to hit back, and a counter news conference that will be at 4:30 p.m. Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi once again facing a lot of embarrassment with one blooper after the other. Listen in to what he said.
member of Parliament, you can make a joke saying that unfortunately for you, but unfortunately for
एक minute, please. See, I want to make it clear. Unfortunately for you, I'm a member of Parliament, and as the allegation has been made in Parliament by 4 ministers, it is my right to have the opportunity. It's my democratic right. So if Indian democracy was functioning, I would be able to say my piece in Parliament. So,
please,
let me speak.
please let
him
finish.
So actually what you are seeing is a test of Indian democracy. After 4 leaders of the BJP have made an allegation about a member of Parliament, is that member of Parliament going to be given the same space that those 4 ministers have been given, or is he going to be told to shut up? That's what the real question in front of this country is right now. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
आज सुबह मैं पार्लियामेंट गया और मैंने स्पीकर से कहा कि मैं पार्लियामेंट में बोलना चाहता हूं, अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूं। सरकार के शायद 4 मंत्रियों ने मेरे ऊपर आरोप लगाया है, हाउस में आरोप लगाया है, तो मेरा हक है कि मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में अपनी बात रखनी देनी चाहिए। क्लैरिटी नहीं है, मगर मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मुझे बोलने देंगे। मैं होपफुल हूं कि कल मुझे बोलने दें। आज 1 मिनट के अंदर, मेरे आने के बाद 1 मिनट के अंदर उन्होंने हाउस को अडजर्न कर दिया। होपफुल हूं कि शायद कल मुझे बोलने दें, क्योंकि मैं अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूं। जो अदानी जी का मुद्दा है उससे डरे हुए हैं और इसीलिए उन्होंने ये पूरा तमाशा प्रिपेयर किया है, और मुझे लगता है कि वो मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में नहीं बोलने देंगे, क्योंकि जो मेन सवाल है वो अभी भी टेबल पे है। अदानी जी और प्रधानमंत्री का रिश्ता क्या है? जो डिफेंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अदानी जी को दिए जा रहे हैं वो क्यों दिए जा रहे हैं? जो श्रीलंका में, बांग्लादेश में बात हुई है वो क्यों हुई, किसने की? ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो प्रधानमंत्री जी और स्टेट बैंक के चेयरमैन और अदानी जी के साथ जो मीटिंग हुई वो क्यों हुई, उसमें क्या डिस्कस हुआ? तो ये सब सवाल हैं जो प्रधानमंत्री जिसके जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं, और ये मेन बात है। मैं एमपी हूं, तो मेरी पहली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने की है, और मैं चाहता हूं कि पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने के बाद मैं आपके साथ डिटेल में डिस्कशन करूं, मगर उससे पहले मैं डिटेल में आपके साथ नहीं जाना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि वो एज एन एमपी वो हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है। आई विल से इट इन इंग्लिश। I went to Parliament this morning with the idea of putting what I have said or what I feel on the floor of the House. 4 ministers have raised allegations against me in Parliament House. It is my right to be allowed to speak on the floor of the House. I requested the Speaker today. I went to his chambers and I requested him, and I said, look, I would very much like to speak. I told him that people from the BJP have made allegations against me, and as a member of Parliament, it is my right. It is my right to speak. He was non-committal. In his way, he smiled. But I'm hopeful that I will be allowed to speak tomorrow.
And meanwhile, the government has hit back at Rahul Gandhi. Kiran Rijiju has just put out a tweet to this effect where he said that the parliament is not Rahul Gandhi's fiefdom and that Rahul Gandhi is not above the other MPs. The tweet that reads, and I quote, Rahul Gandhi is an MP and he is not above other members of parliament. He shouldn't treat Indian parliament as his personal fiefdom. He lied inside the house and he lied about parliament in foreign soil. He must apologize. he is not above our parliament. Remember, the BJP is also set to hold a news conference very shortly at about 4:30 p.m. where they will reply to all the allegations made by Rahul Gandhi. But Rahul Gandhi yet again on the defensive, where after insulting India on foreign soil, he is towing the same line. Law Minister Kiran Rijiju has said through this tweet that Rahul Gandhi has lied inside the house and he is not above the parliament. This as the BJP continues to demand an apology from Rahul Gandhi, also questioning the parliamentarian over how much is he actually present in the parliament and reminding him of his responsibility as a parliamentarian. This is a tweet by Law Minister Kiran Rijiju where he's hitting out at Rahul Gandhi, saying that the parliament is not Rahul Gandhi's fiefdom and he is not above the other MPs. Also going on to reiterate, as the BJP has been stating, that Rahul Gandhi must apologize. He has lied inside the house and he has lied about the parliament in foreign soil. He is not above our parliament. We'll also try and get you more voices from the BJP as the ruling party continues to demand an apology from Rahul Gandhi, who had just concluded that news briefing where he's made some very strong allegations. He's also gone on to state in this news briefing of how his mic is shut off and the speaker has not allowed him to speak after he went to the chambers, and that 1 minute later the house was adjourned. We are trying to ascertain details on this, but remember, the BJP now reacting very strongly to how Rahul Gandhi has spoken as they are demanding an apology. They are saying that Rahul Gandhi is lying. He is not above the other MPs. He is not above the parliament. He cannot treat the parliament as his personal fiefdom. And Rahul Gandhi must apologize. Let's once again listen into those statements made by Rahul Gandhi in that news briefing just a short while ago. And of course, we'll cut across to that news briefing by the BJP in some time from now.
जो अदानी जी का मुद्दा है उससे डरे हुए हैं और इसीलिए उन्होंने ये पूरा तमाशा प्रिपेयर किया है और मुझे लगता है कि वो मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में नहीं बोलने देंगे, क्योंकि जो मेन सवाल है वो अभी भी टेबल पे है। अदानी जी और प्रधानमंत्री का रिश्ता क्या है, जो डिफेंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अदानी जी को दिए जा रहे हैं वो क्यों दिए जा रहे हैं, जो श्रीलंका में बांग्लादेश में बात हुई है वो क्यों हुई, किसने की, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो प्रधानमंत्री जी और स्टेट बैंक के चेयरमैन और अदानी जी के साथ जो मीटिंग हुई वो क्यों हुई, उसमें क्या डिस्कस हुआ। तो ये सब सवाल हैं जो प्रधानमंत्री जिसके जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं और ये मेन बात है। मैं एमपी हूं तो मेरी पहली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने की है और मैं चाहता हूं कि पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने के बाद मैं आपके साथ डिटेल में डिस्कशन करूं, मगर उससे पहले मैं डिटेल में आपके साथ नहीं जाना चाहता हूं क्योंकि वो एज एन एमपी वो हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है। आई विल से इट इन इंग्लिश। आई वेंट टू पार्लियामेंट दिस मॉर्निंग with the idea of putting what I have said or what I feel on the floor of the House. 4 ministers have raised allegations against me in Parliament House. It is my right to be allowed to speak on the floor of the House. I requested the Speaker today. I went to his chambers and I requested him and I said, look, I would very much like to speak. I told him that people from the BJP have made allegations against me, and as a member of Parliament, it is my right to speak. He was non-committal. In his way, he smiled. But I'm hopeful that I will be allowed to speak tomorrow. What is going on here? This story started the day I gave my speech in Parliament about Mr. Adani. And I asked some fundamental questions to the Prime Minister about his relationship with the businessman, about how Mr. Adani has been given pretty much the entire India-Israel defense relationship, how he's been given the Bombay airport, other airports, how rules have been changed to allow him to be given these things, what happened in Australia between the Prime Minister, Mr. Adani, and the chairman of the State Bank and one of the chief ministers of one of the states in Australia. That's a picture that is visible to everybody. Why is the Prime Minister of India sitting with the State Bank chairman and Mr. Adani and an Australian leader? What is he discussing? And why, after that discussion, is almost $1 billion pledged by the State Bank to Mr. Adani? What was said in Sri Lanka? Why Mr. Rajapaksa, a person has made a statement saying Mr. Rajapaksa told him that Mr. Adani was given the contract and it was basically Mr. Modi who told him. The same in Bangladesh. So these are relevant questions. And the whole idea is that these questions must not be on the table. And that is why this whole exercise of 4 or 5 ministers, the Prime Minister giving a speech to distract from this fundamental question, which is what is the relationship between the Prime Minister of India and Mr. Adani and his companies, and more importantly, whose money is in these shell companies? Who is this unknown person whose money is in these shell companies? What is his relationship with Mr. Adani? These are the questions. I would like to go into the details with you. Unfortunately, I'm a member of Parliament and I'm hopeful that I will be allowed to speak in Parliament. So I would like to first place my statement on the floor of the House, and then after that I'll be happy to have whatever discussion you want with.
And we are cutting across to breaking news coming in. The Constitution bench of the Supreme Court has reserved its verdict on the tussle between Uddhav Thackeray and Eknath Shinde factions of the Shiv Sena. A 5-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, heard the matter for 9 days. And in the very latest that is just coming in from the top court, the order has been reserved. We'll have Rhythm join us live to give us more details of what exactly transpired. But remember, the order has been reserved. And this is really the last ray of hope for the Uddhav faction. If anything completely turns out in their favor, so far how it is a win after the other for the Shinde faction, where they are being termed as the real Shiv Sena. And as Uddhav Thackeray has been knocking the door off the top court, really hoping for some respite in the very latest that is just coming in, the order has been reserved on the Sena factions that continue to fight this battle in the top court, where, remember, it is initiated by Uddhav Thackeray. You would remember how Republic got to you those very strong submissions that were made in the court yesterday on behalf of the Shinde faction, and how Uddhav Thackeray was coming to court time and again. And now we are getting you the very latest as the order has been reserved. And I believe Rhythm is with us on the phone line. Rhythm, give us a sense of what has transpired in the top court as far as this battle is concerned, the arguments made on both sides. The order has now been reserved. What can we expect next?
Suesha, battery of lawyers appeared in this case, 9-day marathon hearings before a 5-judge senior bench of the top court. Chief Justice Chandrachud has now reserved the verdict in the petitions that were there in the Maharashtra political crisis. This came after the new government of Eknath Shinde was formed. There was a rift between Shiv Sena that had toppled Uddhav Thackeray government. Several lawyers, a battery of lawyers, I would say, spoke in this case. We also saw the Solicitor General making their submissions. Let me quickly take you to some of the prime suggestions and submissions that were made. We did see Kapil Sibal in the case say, I stand here not just for this case, but for protection of constitutional process, which is what the Uddhav faction tried to say. On the other side, we also saw Chief Justice Chandrachud make a very pertinent point about the entire political crisis. He said, people start ditching a government, then the governors are willing allies saying hold trust vote. This is a very sad spectacle in our democracy. In fact, yesterday when the arguments were going on, the Chief Justice also very, very interestingly had made several points yesterday trying to indicate that the governor shouldn't enter into any area which precipitates the fall of a government. This is a very important constitutional matter which will be deciding on several parameters of flow tests, how the governor and the role of the speaker has to be. The Chief Justice yesterday also questioned the role of the governor, inquiring about the material before him on the basis of which he had ordered a trust vote at that time. The Solicitor General, in fact, also spoke yesterday, and he highlighted, and that there was that the MLAs had written to the governor communicating the threat to their lives, and they did not want to continue with the corrupt government. These are some of the arguments that were made by these sides. But I would say, for me, most interestingly was what Mr. Hari Salve had started off by saying when he said everything cannot be brought to the court. Anything that goes wrong, any rift cannot be brought to the top court of the country. His exact words were, everything cannot be scrambled just like this by approaching the Supreme Court. This court cannot direct a chief minister who has resigned to come back. Whenever there is a situation like this, the state governor can call for a vote of confidence, and there's nothing wrong in that. So several marathon hearings by a battery of lawyers on both the sides. One, the Eknath Shinde camp, led by King's Counsel and Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court, Mr. Hari Salve. On the other side, we saw Kapil Sibal trying to make his points for Uddhav camp. And we also saw Neeraj Kishan call for the Shinde camp, Mahesh Jethmalani speaking for the Eknath Shinde camp, Solicitor General speaking for the central government. A very important constitutional issue. The Supreme Court hears it for 9 days and reserves its judgment.
All right, Radha, many thanks for getting us these details. And we cut across to more breaking news coming in, this time from Pakistan, where it is a big relief for Imran Khan, as the arrest warrant against him has been suspended till the 20th of March. This is in connection with the case pertaining to threatening a lady judge. 4 days of relief for Imran Khan until what the court decides next. Only on 20th of March will a decision be taken. But as we've been seeing a lot of resistance from Imran Khan and all his supporters in the Tosha Khana case, where a non-bailable warrant was issued against him, and how his supporters have been trying to evade Imran Khan's arrest. This is a big relief coming in for Imran Khan until the 20th of March. That is, he has the next 4 days. This is in connection with the case pertaining to threatening a lady judge. And now Imran Khan cannot be arrested in this case till the 20th of March as of now. We are slipping into a very short commercial break on that note, and also a quick check of the big stories that we are tracking for you this afternoon, as Nobel panel member praises Prime Minister Modi, saying India is headed to be a superpower. Also, it's more trouble for Manish Sisodia, as CBI has registered a second case against Sisodia in Snoopgate.
अच्छा अनूप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? बोली दाल चावल। सोचने का गौरव भाई हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्कल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए, और वो दिन और आज का दिन है।
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If we look at the history of this scam, where there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So so the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी, दूसरा हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है, फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए। राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा था, तो इसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ रकम रखनी थी। एक भी रख सकते तो 2 रुपए, 10 रुपए, 5 रुपए लगा कि हाँ एक ऐसी चीज है जो आदमी स्वाभिमान के साथ में देता है। और 5 रुपए जब देता है तो उसके चेहरे का सेटिस्फेक्शन देखिए साहब, जिससे भूख लगती है वो आता है, पूरा खाना खा के जाता है।
चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर जो मांग इन लोगों की है, इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां हैं। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनुप जी, बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है, इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है, ये मैं नहीं समझ।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं।
देसी घी का खाना?
देसी घी का होता है, चौका वगैरह सब देसी घी। दूसरा रोटी भी होती है, रसगुल्ला भी है, पेड़ा भी है, फ्रूट्स हैं, बच्चों के लिए मंच है, टॉफीज हैं, बिस्किट्स हैं। इनमें से कोई एक चीज है आप ले सकते हैं, चॉइसेस योर्स। एक आदमी जो वहां आ रहा है वो नीडी होना चाहिए, ग्रीडी नहीं होना चाहिए। ये तो हम इतनी सारी चीजें दे रहे हैं, ये मैं नहीं दे रहा हूं। किसी ने अपना जन्मदिन मनाना, उसने कहा रसगुल्ले मेरी तरफ से हो गए, किसी ने कहा पेड़ा मेरी तरफ से हो गया। आज बहुत लोग मेरे साथ जुड़ गए हैं। मैं बताता हूं, देने वालों की बहुत लंबी लाइन है, लेने वाले हैं कहां?
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached exactly at the main gate of the Imran Khan's residence, and in doing so they have to resorted to use water cannon and shelling of tear gas as well, because police was not resort to use the baton and other things as well, but they resorted to the tear gas to disperse the crowd.
अच्छा अनुप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये दादी की रसोई का आइडिया कहाँ से आया?
तो एक बार मदर की थोड़ी सी तबीयत खराब थी, हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठे थे। मदर ने कहा मेरे हिस्से का जो खाना बचता है वो किसी जरूरतमंद को खिला दिया करो। सडनली मेरी बेटी के मुंह से निकला, पापा दादी की इच्छा है, दादी की रसोई क्यों नहीं शुरू करते? तो एक सेंटी सा डायलॉग था कि हाँ दादी की रसोई भी हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। तो हमने कहा अच्छा मम्मी क्या खिलाना है? तो बोली दाल चावल। तो सोचने का गौरव भाई हमें मौका भी नहीं मिला, तो सडनली हुआ। फिर अब ये बनाना तो आता नहीं था, तो हमारे पीछे एक होटल था, उसका हमने कुक बुलाया। मैंने कहा ऐसे ऐसे मदर की इच्छा है, कुछ करना है। बोला मैं बना दिया करूँगा सवेरे 1 घंटा। पहले दिन ही सोशल सर्किल ठीक ठाक है, तो 150-200 आदमी आ गए, और वो दिन और आज का दिन है।
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If you look at the history of this scam, there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25.
On March 10, an American citizen of Indian origin created a ruckus in an Air India flight. Now, his video has surfaced. Watch how the person behaves with the crew. As the crew members asks him to calm down. On the contrary, he shouts at them, tells them to shut up. The matter did not end here. Sources said that he also tried to open the flight door, putting the lives of all the passengers in the plane in danger. And now, the Air India passenger has been arrested for his unruly behavior in the flight and for his smoking inside the flight. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Time now for a short commercial break. On the other side, despite mounting pressure, Rahul refuses to apologize. Yet another blooper that he delivers. And the government is all set to hit back at Rahul Gandhi. Stand by for the news conference that is set to begin anytime now.
Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. He had acquired these pieces of land. If you look at the history of this scam, there were 8 people from whom this 1 lakh square feet of land was obtained by the Yadavs. Amount that they paid for 1 lakh square feet of land was only a mere 26 lakh rupees. Whereas that point in time, that is around 2000, between 2004 to 2009, it amounted to 4.25 crores. So there are a lot of evidence that have been presented by the CBI. So the BJP has been questioning that if it is political vendetta, why are you not able to fight it out at the court?
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी, दूसरा हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है। फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए। राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा था। तो इसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ रकम रखनी थी, एक भी रख सकते हैं, 2 रुपए, 10 रुपए, 5 रुपए लगा कि हाँ एक ऐसी चीज है जो आदमी स्वाभिमान के साथ में देता है। और 5 रुपए जब देता है तो उसके चेहरे का सेटिस्फेक्शन देखिए साहब, जिससे भूख लगती है वो आता है, पूरा खाना खा के जाता है।
चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई, विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर जिम्मा इन लोगों की है। इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां है। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनुप जी एक बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से?
Nobel panel member praises the Prime Minister's contribution to global affairs. The BJP mounts an attack, building pressure on the Congress, demanding apology for insulting India.
Unfortunately, I'm a member of Parliament. I can make a joke saying, unfortunately for you.
Despite mounting pressure, Rahul Gandhi refusing to apologize delivers yet another blooper. There is no relief for Kavita. Fresh summons issued to her to appear in person before the Enforcement Directorate on March the 20th. There is more trouble for Manish Sisodia. CBI registers a second case against him in Snoop Kit. And the Army Cheetah helicopter crashes in Arunachal's Dirang. Search operations underway for the missing pilots. A very good evening and thank you for staying with us on Republic. I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. Will he, won't he? He is not going to apologize. Rahul Gandhi has made it clear there is no question of an apology because he says that I have said and done nothing wrong. This is after you've seen showdown over the entire issue of what Rahul Gandhi has said earlier on foreign soil vis-a-vis the Indian democracy, the Indian parliament and the allegations he's made. Now the BJP says that all those allegations are unsubstantiated and Rahul Gandhi has no business to insult the country, insult the mandate of 130 crore Indians on foreign soil. So they expected Rahul Gandhi to apologize. Now earlier in the day, remember, Rahul Gandhi was seen in the parliament. Though he was not allowed to speak is his charge, but sources in the government indicate that Rahul Gandhi has not followed the rules. And will he be allowed to speak tomorrow? No one knows, as Rahul Gandhi is saying. But what really has been the charge that has come in from Rahul Gandhi versus the counter-attack by the BJP that continues to insist that Rahul Gandhi has to apologize?
Unfortunately, I'm a member of Parliament. You can make a joke saying, unfortunately for you, but unfortunately for
Eight minute, please. See, I want to make it clear. Unfortunately for you, I'm a member of Parliament, and as the allegation has been made in Parliament by 4 ministers, it is my right to have the opportunity. It's my democratic right. So if Indian democracy was functioning, I would be able to say my piece in Parliament. So,
please, let me finish.
So actually what you are seeing is a test of Indian democracy. After 4 leaders of the BJP have made an allegation about a member of Parliament, is that member of Parliament going to be given the same space that those 4 ministers have been given, or is he going to be told to shut up? That's what the real question in front of this country is right now. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
आज सुबह मैं पार्लियामेंट गया और मैंने स्पीकर से कहा कि मैं पार्लियामेंट में बोलना चाहता हूं, अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूं। सरकार के शायद 4 मंत्रियों ने मेरे ऊपर आरोप लगाया है, हाउस में आरोप लगाया है, तो मेरा हक है कि मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में अपनी बात रखनी देनी चाहिए। क्लैरिटी नहीं है, मगर मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मुझे बोलने देंगे। मैं होपफुल हूं कि कल मुझे बोलने दें। आज 1 मिनट के अंदर, मेरे आने के बाद 1 मिनट के अंदर उन्होंने हाउस को अडजर्न कर दिया। होपफुल हूं कि शायद कल मुझे बोलने दें, क्योंकि मैं अपनी बात रखना चाहता हूं। जो अदानी जी का मुद्दा है उससे डरे हुए हैं और इसीलिए उन्होंने ये पूरा तमाशा प्रिपेयर किया है, और मुझे लगता है कि वो मुझे पार्लियामेंट हाउस में नहीं बोलने देंगे, क्योंकि जो मेन सवाल है वो अभी भी टेबल पे है। अदानी जी और प्रधानमंत्री का रिश्ता क्या है, जो डिफेंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अदानी जी को दिए जा रहे हैं वो क्यों दिए जा रहे हैं, जो श्रीलंका में बांग्लादेश में बात हुई है वो क्यों हुई, किसने की, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो प्रधानमंत्री जी और स्टेट बैंक के चेयरमैन और अदानी जी के साथ जो मीटिंग हुई वो क्यों हुई, उसमें क्या डिस्कस हुआ। तो ये सब सवाल हैं जो प्रधानमंत्री जिसके जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं, और ये मेन बात है। मैं एमपी हूं तो मेरी पहली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने की है, और मैं चाहता हूं कि पार्लियामेंट में जवाब देने के बाद मैं आपके साथ डिटेल में डिस्कशन करूं, मगर उससे पहले मैं डिटेल में आपके साथ नहीं जाना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि वो एज एन एमपी वो हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है। आई विल से इट इन इंग्लिश। I went to Parliament this morning with the idea of putting what I have said or what I feel on the floor of the House. 4 ministers have raised allegations against me in Parliament House. It is my right to be allowed to speak on the floor of the House. I requested the speaker today. I went to his chambers and I requested him and I said, look, I would very much like to speak. I told him that people from the BJP have made allegations against me, and as a member of parliament, it is my right to speak.
It's time for us to head into a quick break. When we come back, we'll cut across to the BJP briefing expected shortly by the former Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, where he is expected to hit back at Rahul Gandhi.
मुझे एक बात बताइए ना, आपसे पूछा नहीं लोगों ने कि 5 रुपए का खाना कैसे कर देते हैं आप? 5 रुपए में तो क्या ही होता है, ये 5 रुपए में कैसे कर लेते हैं?
तो इस पहले दिन हम लोगों ने जब डिसाइड करा था, 2-3 चीजें हम बच्चों के साथ ही बैठ के जब करा था। एक तो ये कि हमने एक जगह फिक्स करी थी, दूसरा हम फ्री के बहुत खिलाफ है। फ्री किसी को कभी कुछ नहीं देना चाहिए, राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन हम लोगों ने फैसला करा था। तो इसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ रकम रखनी थी, एक भी रख सकते हैं, 2 रुपए, 10 रुपए, 5 रुपए लगा कि हाँ एक ऐसी चीज है जो आदमी स्वाभिमान के साथ में देता है। और 5 रुपए जब देता है तो उसके चेहरे का सेटिस्फेक्शन देखिए साहब, जिससे भूख लगती है वो आता है, पूरा खाना खा के जाता है।
चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई, विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर जो मांग इन लोगों की है, इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां है। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनुप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है, इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है, ये मैं नहीं समझ पाया।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं।
देसी घी का खाना,
देसी घी का होता है, चौका वगैरह सब देसी घी। दूसरा रोटी भी होती है, रसगुल्ला भी है, पेड़ा भी है, फ्रूट्स हैं, बच्चों के लिए मंच है, टॉफीज हैं, बिस्किट्स हैं। इनमें से कोई एक चीज है आप ले सकते हैं, चॉइसेस है। एक आदमी जो वहां आ रहा है वो नीडी होना चाहिए, ग्रीडी नहीं होना चाहिए। ये तो हम इतनी सारी चीजें दे रहे हैं, ये मैं नहीं दे रहा हूं। किसी ने अपना जन्मदिन मनाना, उसने कहा रसगुल्ले मेरी तरफ से हो गए, किसी ने कहा पेड़ा मेरी तरफ से हो गया। आज बहुत लोग मेरे साथ जुड़ गए हैं। मैं बताता हूं, देने वालों की बहुत लंबी लाइन है, लेने वाले हैं कहां?
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached
We are getting in this breaking update coming in from Bengaluru, where a GAIL pipeline has exploded and it has injured 3 people grievously. You're looking at these images on your screens. 2 women and a baby have sustained injuries. All of them right now are undergoing treatment, and that is the moment captured on camera where this GAIL pipeline exploded. It's time for us to head into a quick break. On the other side, the BJP expected to hit back at Rahul Gandhi.
All sections.
चौक से पार्लियामेंट सेशन को जहां कार्यवाही स्थगित हुई, विपक्ष के भारी हंगामे के बाद नारी के मुद्दे पर जो मांग इन लोगों की है, इसके साथ ही जिस तरीके से विपक्षी नेताओं पर लगातार ईडी और सीबीआई की मार पड़ रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए और उस पर सवाल उठाते हुए इन लोगों का ये मार्च है। इसमें करीब 17 से 18 विपक्षी दल है के हाथों में अलग अलग तरह तख्तियां है। पीएफआई के बारे में इस पर लिखा हुआ है, तमाम स्कैम्स का यहाँ पर जिक्र है। ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी की मांग करते हुए ये लोग यहाँ पर नजर आ रहे हैं। तमाम मुद्दे लेकर विपक्षी दल आज यहाँ पर ये मार्च कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा अनुप जी, एक बात बताइए, ये 5 रुपए का होता किस तरीके से है, इसकी कॉस्टिंग कैसे होती है, ये मैं नहीं समझ पाया।
जैसे आज की डेट में मैं 5 रुपए में देसी घी का खाना होता है, रोटी भी दे रहे हैं।
देसी घी का खाना,
देसी घी का होता है, चौका वगैरह सब देसी घी। दूसरा रोटी भी होती है, रसगुल्ला भी है, पेड़ा भी है, फ्रूट्स हैं, बच्चों के लिए मंच है, टॉफीज हैं, बिस्किट्स हैं। इनमें से कोई एक चीज है आप ले सकते हैं, चॉइसेस है। एक आदमी जो वहां आ रहा है वो नीडी होना चाहिए, ग्रीडी नहीं होना चाहिए। ये तो हम इतनी सारी चीजें दे रहे हैं, ये मैं नहीं दे रहा हूं। किसी ने अपना जन्मदिन मनाना, उसने कहा रसगुल्ले मेरी तरफ से हो गए, किसी ने कहा पेड़ा मेरी तरफ से हो गया। आज बहुत लोग मेरे साथ जुड़ गए। मैं बताता हूं, देने वालों की बहुत लंबी लाइन है, लेने वाले हैं कहां?
The side of police is taking toll on the protesters, and according to my sources, the police have reached exactly at the main gate of the Imran Khan's residence, and in doing so, they have to resorted to use water cannon and shelling of tear gas as well, because police was not resorted to use the baton and other things as well, but they resorted to the tear gas.
बड़े सवाल ना, उनसे माफी की बात बीजेपी क्यों मांग रही है? और आज भी बीजेपी दोबारा कह रही है कि आपने विदेश में यह कहा कि अमेरिका और यूरोप को भारत के लोकतंत्र की गिरावट पर नोटिस लेना चाहिए, मतलब हस्तक्षेप करना चाहिए। आपको याद होगा कि जब मैंने प्रेस की थी तो कांग्रेस के मित्रों ने मुझे क्या हमला नहीं किया था। नेक्स्ट डे उन्होंने क्लैरिफाई किया था कोई स्टेटमेंट, तो हमारे बीजेपी के मीडिया सेल ने उनका ओरिजिनल भाषण जो था उसको लगा दिया, और जो मैंने यहाँ आप लोग को बोला था वो भी लगा दिया। उसके बाद कांग्रेसी खामोश हो गए। राहुल गांधी की आदत हो गई है, विदेश जाएंगे तो भारत के लोकतंत्र, भारत की जनता, 140 करोड़ की भावनाओं, संवेदनशीलता का अपमान करेंगे। राहुल गांधी हैज मेड इट इनटू ए हैबिट टू डिरेल इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी, क्रिटिसाइज इट एंड डिमीन इट। आज भारत के लोकतंत्र को किसी ने अपमानित किया है, डिमीन किया है, तो वो है राहुल गांधी। ये मैं बहुत विनम्रता से कहना चाहता हूं, और इसका जवाब नहीं दिया उन्होंने आज अपने प्रेस में। बाकी भाषण बहुत किया उन्होंने, आज उन्होंने प्रेस में ऐसी कोई बात नहीं की कि उन्हें खेद है जो उनके द्वारा कहा गया। बीजेपी का स्पष्ट आरोप है, राहुल गांधी को माफी मांगना चाहिए, और हम राहुल गांधी की माफीनामा के लिए देश भर में कैंपेन करते रहेंगे। आप भारत के लोकतंत्र का अपमान करेंगे, भारत की जनता के अभिमत का अपमान करेंगे, और ऊपर से लंबे लंबे भाषण देंगे। राहुल गांधी जी, आप कैसे एमपी हुए वायनाड से? भारत के लोकतंत्र ने जिताया आपको। अभी हाल में आपकी पार्टी बहुत थोड़े मेजॉरिटी से कैसे जीती हिमाचल प्रदेश में? लोकतंत्र ने जिताया ना। तो आप जीत जाएं तो ठीक है, और बाकी सफाया हो गया आपका पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में, तो वहां जाके विलाप करते हैं कि इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी इज अंडर थ्रेट। आपको वोट नहीं मिलता तो आपके अपने कारनामों के कारण वोट नहीं मिलता, आपकी पार्टी के कारनामों के कारण वोट नहीं मिलता। अब देखिए, आज भारत की लोकप्रियता और मोदी जी के काम की जनप्रियता दुनिया बोल रही है। अभी जर्मन चांसलर इंडिया आए थे ना, उन्होंने अप्रिशिएट किया कि नहीं किया? अभी ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्राइम मिनिस्टर आए थे ना, उन्होंने मोदी जी की सरकार नीतियों की सराहना किया नहीं की? अभी जो इटली की प्राइम मिनिस्टर आई थी, उन्होंने तो बाकायदे हैदराबाद हाउस में ही प्रेस में कहा कि मिस्टर मोदी यू आर द मोस्ट पॉपुलर लीडर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। भारत की इकोनॉमी आज दुनिया की 5th सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी है। ये सब राहुल गांधी को दिखाई नहीं पड़ता। बेबुनियाद, बेफतूर की बातचीत करना उनकी फितरत बन गई, उनकी आदत बन गई है। आज की उनकी टिप्पणी में कोई दम नहीं है। आज एक बार भी राहुल गांधी ने यह नहीं कहा कि मैंने ऐसा नहीं बोला है। मैं फिर रिपीट करना चाहता हूं, इंग्लैंड में उन्होंने भारत के लोकतंत्र को एक प्रकार से अंधेरे में लाया है और अमेरिका और यूरोप के हस्तक्षेप का आग्रह किया है। इसको उन्होंने एक बार भी डिनाई नहीं किया है। राहुल गांधी जी, आपके अहंकार से तो हम लोग परिचित हैं। आप मनमोहन सरकार में ऑर्डिनेंस फाड़ देते हैं और क्या क्या सवाल करते हैं, लेकिन राहुल गांधी, आपका अहंकार देश से बड़ा नहीं है। मिस्टर राहुल गांधी, योर arrogance is not above the country and the sentiment of 140 crore people of the country. ये हम बहुत साफ साफ कहना चाहेंगे। आजकल राहुल गांधी जी, आपको चीन से बहुत प्यार हो गया है। क्या क्या बोल देते हैं आप, क्यों बोलते हैं आप? चीन से आपका क्या याराना है? मिस्टर राहुल गांधी, व्हाट इज योर सेंस ऑफ डीप अटैचमेंट विद चाइना? आपने इंग्लैंड में कह दिया कि उनकी फॉरेन पॉलिसी में सद्भावना है और क्या क्या है, आपने सब लिखा है, मैं उसको रिपीट नहीं करूंगा। जबकि चाइना को लेके पूरी दुनिया में सेंस ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी है। क्या अमेरिका, क्या यूरोप, क्या एशियन कंट्री, क्या जापान, क्या इंडिया, उनकी एग्रेसिव नीतियों के कारण सभी उनकी राजनीति और उनकी कूटनीति के कारण चिंतित हैं। और राहुल गांधी उनकी पूरी कूटनीति को सद्भावना का बहुत बड़ा केंद्र बनाते हैं। देखिए, मैंने पहली बार एक बार आप यही मंच से कहा था, और उस दिन मैंने लोकसभा में भी कहा था कि राहुल गांधी जी कितना होमवर्क करते हैं, इस पर डिबेट हो सकती है। आज मैं बीजेपी के इस मंच से एक बार बड़ी विनम्रता से कहूंगा, राहुल गांधी देश की विदेश नीति को कितना समझते हैं, इस पर भी बहस करने की जरूरत है। और अगर खुद नहीं जानते हैं तो उनको सिखाया जाए ना। कांग्रेस के जो बड़े बड़े नेता उनके बाएं दाएं बैठते हैं। मिस्टर राहुल गांधी, प्लीज ब्रश अप योर इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द फॉरेन पॉलिसी ऑफ इंडिया एंड इंडिया स्ट्रेटेजिक सिक्योरिटी। प्लीज, यू आर ए नोविस इन दैट फील्ड। और आप क्या क्या बोल जाते हैं, इसकी बहुत भर्त्सना करते हैं। हमें लगता है कि राहुल गांधी अब क्या बोलेंगे क्या नहीं बोलेंगे, लेकिन आज उनके मुंह से एक भी शब्द नहीं निकला कि हमने जो भारत के लोकतंत्र के बारे में और विदेशी ताकतों के हस्तक्षेप के बारे में कहा था, उसका हमें खेद है। Therefore, Rahul Gandhi owes an apology to the people of India. और हम उसके लिए मांग करेंगे। आज देश दुखित है उनके अहंकार से, और कुछ भी बोल देंगे। राहुल गांधी जी, आप नरेंद्र मोदी और भाजपा की आलोचना कर सकते हैं, आपका अधिकार है। अब जनता आपको वोट नहीं देती तो हम क्या करें, लेकिन उस आलोचना के चलते आप देश के लोकतंत्र पर ही सवाल उठाएंगे, भारत के लोगों का जनमत पर ही सवाल करेंगे। ये बहुत अनफेयर है। भाजपा इसको बहुत ही कंडेम करती है। आज ये प्रेस इसलिए करना पड़ा कि हमें लगता था कि राहुल गांधी कुछ अपनी स्थिति को स्पष्ट करेंगे। इनका वही ढाक के 3 पात है, इसलिए हमें लगा कि हम स्पष्ट कर दें। आई एम ओपन टू क्वेश्चन नाउ।
राहुल गांधी ने ये भी कहा है कि एमपी है और संसद में अपनी बात रखें, अगर आप रखने देते हैं।
इंग्लैंड में कहां बोले थे वो? संसद में बोले थे क्या? मैं इस सवाल की अपेक्षा कर रहा था, इसलिए मैंने बोला नहीं उसको। ही स्पोक इन सम सिविल सोसाइटी स्पीच इन द हाउस ऑफ कॉमन्स। ही स्पोक इन सम थिंक टैंक। तो वहां जाके आप भारत की आलोचना कर सकते हैं, जो दुनिया में दिखाया जाएगा। तो यू हैव टू रिप्लाई टू दैट ऑल्सो ना।
एक मिनट
सर, राहुल गांधी ने कहा कि वो जवाब देना चाहते थे, जिन 4 मंत्रियों ने उस पर आरोप लगाया, उनका जवाब देना चाहते थे, लेकिन उन्होंने जवाब देने नहीं दिया।
राहुल गांधी के ऊपर चारों मंत्री ने, हमने भी यही प्रेस की थी, उनसे माफी का आग्रह किया था। उनके संसदीय टिप्पणी पर नहीं, उनके विदेश की टिप्पणी पर किया था। चाहे भाजपा के प्रवक्ताओं ने या मैंने या बाकी हमारे मित्रों ने या मंत्रियों ने, उसका ना जवाब चाहिए। वो जवाब तो नहीं दे रहे हैं। That is a strategy which will be determined, but surely It is a good suggestion for action. We will expose Rahul Gandhi in the entire country.
Sir, Rahul Gandhi again talked about democracy, what he said in London. Today he stated that if democracy was alive in India, I would be allowed to speak. So tomorrow, whether I would not be allowed to speak or not, that remains to be seen. Again he talked about it, sir.
Rahul Gandhi's comment cannot become the barometer for success or failure of democracy. You understand? He does not get vote. His party does not get vote. Recently in Northeast, it happened. 0/0. He campaigned there, na? चलिए.
राहुल गांधी जब आज पार्लियामेंट पहुंचे तो उनसे पूछा गया कि क्या आप माफी मांगेंगे. उस सवाल पर तो उन्होंने कुछ नहीं बोला, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी कह रही माफी मांगने का कोई सवाल नहीं. लेकिन राहुल गांधी ने आज प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ये भी कहा कि जो भी बातें उन्होंने इंग्लैंड में कही वो बड़ी तैयारी के साथ रेफरेंस को लेकर मैंने बोली थी. मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया जाएगा तो मैं बताऊंगा कि मैंने देश विरोधी बातें नहीं कही.
अच्छा, ऐसा है. वो स्पीकर साहब का मामला है, उसमें मुझे कुछ नहीं करना है. वो बोलेंगे तो जवाब देने के लिए हम लोग बैठे हुए हैं ना. भाजपा के मंत्री भी बैठे हुए हैं और हम लोग जवाब देना जानते हैं ना. ये तो पता ही है आप लोग. हम लोग भी होमवर्क करके जाते हैं. तो सवाल अभी होमवर्क का नहीं है. सवाल है राहुल गांधी के देश के लोकतंत्र को अपमान करने के एक चाहत का. उसका जवाब चाहिए. This comparison is completely misplaced. Modi ji has exposed the rank corruption under Manmohan Singh. And I think you need to recall that along with late Arun Jaitley, I was also instrumental in raising a whole range of issues from 2G to Colgate to Augusta Westland, to CWG and Bangalore wala, kya tha us naam ka? The famous scam, स्टैम्प पेपर नहीं. ये सब उन्होंने किया था ना. तो ये सब उनका जवाब तो उनके पास तो है नहीं. रियल इशू है वो है. बजट के बारे में जो भी स्ट्रैटेजी होगी वो हमारी सरकार और हमारे पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर तय करके बताएंगे आपको. इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं है ना कि राहुल गांधी देश को बेइज्जत करें, झूठ बोल के अपमानित करें, भारत के लोकतंत्र को शर्मसार करें, देश की 40 करोड़ जनता को एक प्रकार से शर्मसार कर हम कुछ नहीं बोले. ये तो नहीं चलेगा ना. दैट्स ऑल. थैंक यू. अब अधीर बाबू को हम क्या.
That full frontal attack launched by Ravi Shankar Prasad against Rahul Gandhi, and he reiterates that unless and until there is